Hello everyone! We're live again with another survival horror crate stream. I've actually got the window open today because it was quite warm, so you might hear some noise, some background noise today. I'm sure you can let me know if it's a problem. Hopefully it's not. I'm just gonna get the chat up just now. Just bear with me a moment. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let me just put this here. Okay. So I moved the iPad now. From it used to be over here because I used to have the laptop here, and then I used the iPad instead. So I would always like turn to check out comments. Now since I'm using the iPad probably every week now, I've moved it in front of me, so I should be able to play and read comments at the same time, so it should be a bit better. And I've still got a cat with me today. He seems to be a regular occurrence in these streams. Hey Small Who Man, hey Alpha Werewolf, welcome back. Is the noise outside too distracting? I mean, it is getting quite loud. I could possibly close the window a little bit. I closed it a little bit just to see if it helps. I can always open it again later once it dies down a little bit. So we kind of finished the layout for the store. I think today we're going to go back and focus on the hospital, do some more areas from there. I'm just going to send a few little messages to say that we are broadcasting. So how are you all doing? Are you having a good week? Not really that bothered about the sound. Okay, well I've closed the window for now. Hopefully it's not too distracting. I'll open it later if I get really warm. Hello Snags! Ahoy to you too! How are you doing? Are you having a great week in Dreams? I hope you're having a great week. I don't know if you've been part of our streams before, but we're basically making a survival horror game. Right now we're just sort of getting the layout, the basic, the rough layout for all of the scenes. So it's not exactly that pretty at the moment, but we're making a lot of progress. We're hoping to get all of the environments done by the end of July. So there's going to be a lot of scenes. I'm just going to put a quick message here. So what are you all working on in Dreams at the moment? Anything new? Anything you'd like to share with me before I stream again on Saturday to play some levels? Okay, that's nearly done. Let's see. I'll just file that tweet out. Normally I don't really tweet before we stream. I usually just stream and then just see what happens, but I thought, oh, you never know. More people might be interested from Twitter. So I'll leave that there for just now. The same old, yeah, nothing's changed. Let me, well, in fact I'm not going to edit this, I'm going to remix it. Remix. Maybe this will come and bite me in the ass. I don't really know if remixing all my scenes is a bad thing. For me, I just remix everything because it means I can keep some assets, but I'm probably not going to use that many of the same assets. So a good day to John Jerry Steve, the mascot of the channel, and his little miniature friend. Of course, you can't forget about him. He will be a collectible in the game, so you can be sure that he's going to get a good cameo appearance. I'm enjoying my Dreams time. First time catching the stream. Oh yeah, it's good to see you then. Because normally, like, we mix it up. Sometimes we're creating the survival horror game. Other times we are playing other people's levels and creations. So if you ever have anything that you want me to check out, you can always send me a notification. That's no problem. I think the outside is getting a bit loud today, so we actually have a jukebox, right? Don't tell me the molecule, right? But we actually have a jukebox full of Resident Evil 3 music. Not to publish. It's just for the stream, just for the ambience of the stream. I promise. So we've built most of the streets. I think this was the last area that we were laying out. It was like a little convenience store, but we were starting the hospital. I only returned to the streets because I had like some extra ideas for it. So today for the hospital scene, I wanted to try and make 2 rooms for today's stream. The first room was going to be like an exam room, and the other one would probably just be like a patient's room. So they're quite similar, but I wanted to check to see what actual items we have from a hospital. Because I know we searched before to see what people have already made. No doubt there's a lot of things that I'm going to have to make for myself later, which could be a problem. But oh my, this is when we took all the objects out, individual style. Right, so the room's going to be quite small, so we'll just use this sort of space as like a reference as before. So let's have a quick look to see what kind of things we can already find. Alright, so we've got a nurse already. Great. So we've got a hospital bed. That's always good. So let me just like fire a few things out first, just to get an idea of what we need. So we've got a door here, and what's good about the hospital is that I'll take another hospital bed. You can't have too many, right? What's good about the hospital is that normally when we're making all the environments in the streets, we had to make a lot of environments, but the hospital, there's a lot of similar environments, so I think it might be a bit quicker to make the hospital. I just need to like obviously edit some of the rooms to make them look a bit different, but by and large they're going to be roughly the same thing. There's a lot of hospital beds here. I'm just going to like take them all out and see what looks the best. They all look quite similar. Get some modules here. And like I always say, all of these things, they're really just placeholders for now. I don't really want to spend so much time making my own assets, but obviously there's going to be times where you've got no choice. You have to, like, we might have to make some machines, you know, to make it look more authentic. I can't expect everyone to make a full hospital for me, so let me just fire some of these things out just so we've got a good base. I don't know if this is how you guys like to create. I'm just trying to like flesh out the scene a little bit. I don't understand how that could be 85%. I'll never understand that. Disinfecting unit, well that's always handy, right? Especially in times like these, right? What else have we got? I hate that it always goes back to the start. Just leave it where I was. I need to keep going forward again. Right, let me see. Well, we need one of those. We need a medicine cabinet. There's actually quite a lot of things, actually. I'm quite surprised. Just means I need to keep going back and forward all the time, but... And that was another thing I was going to use, x-rays. I didn't think anybody would actually make that, but they have. Oh, this disinfectant dispenser looks a lot better than that one, I have to admit. I think we have to replace this one. Let me see if I can get another couple of things. Maybe we might need that. Oh, that guy does not look good. Right, so that's us getting like near the end of the ready-made hospital things. I'll take that. Can we get? I think there was one more thing. Oh, what? It took us back and then it didn't. That was weird. Maybe this little cabinet, right? So we've got a good selection of crap to go through and see what fits. Hope you have fun here, Snags. We're all pretty chatty, so it's a good time here, yeah. And I mean, I'll always read your comments as well. Like, I might not get to them like exactly when you write them, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do here, but I will get to your comments. Hey Seb Brooks, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Are you new to Dreams? I don't think I've seen you around before. Oh, it's Intra Attack out. Hello, well. It's nice to see you. If anyone has not yet played Intra Attack out's new level, it's called Dream Relentless. It's basically a Doom-inspired level, and it's probably one of the best first-person games in Dreams. So if you have not played that, definitely add it to your queue or play it right now. It's pretty damn good. I think it's got like 5 levels. It has lots of difficulty modes. There's a speedrun mode. I think you can unlock cheats. You can find some collectibles. It's got everything. He's really thought it through. Switched over to YouTube so that I can keep working in Dreams while still watching the stream. Ah, okay. Were you watching on the PS4 before? I always wonder where people watch for, if it's from like the PS4 or their phone or their tablet or whatever. Normally I would just like watch from my phone or my tablet. Depends if I'm on the PC, but that's good. So then, I know some people, they like to watch streams or listen to music or whatever and create like side by side. So it feels like you're kind of creating together with someone, you know? Hey Duplex man, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. What are you doing? Well, I am making a survival horror game. So if you remember like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, maybe some other games like Alone in the Dark, Parasite Eve, and we've already made a lot of the street areas, so now we're going to make some of the rooms in the hospital. And right now we're in a very early design phase, so graphically it's not going to, you know, inspire you, but we're just trying to get a rough layout. So I was trying to select lots of different objects that you would find in the hospital, see if we can make a little quick scene out of it, and then in a future stream I'll come back and I'll properly detail everything once we're happy with like the layout and stuff like that. If it has 85, either has lots of sculpture or logic. Yeah, it's strange. I mean, it was a pretty simple sculpt. I'm surprised it was that high. Can also be graphics. Yeah, literally anything. You know, Dreams is so vague. You know, it could literally be anything. And little details. Yeah. You don't really notice the little details when you're searching for them. Oh man, the Dreams UI actually was working on a large video laying out all my issues a short while back. Don't know if it will be finished. You should definitely finish it. I'll be interested to watch that. There's a lot of intriguing things that don't really get explained properly. Ascendant Warface, hey, welcome back. It bothers me that people make assets that aren't scaled right. Yeah, I mean, as you can see here, we've got a dispenser for giants, and then we've got a regular sized door, you know, so we've got a little bit of everything. This was our little character here, you know, don't mind him, he's a bit flappy. I use him to sort of get a rough scale for the room. This is like the default puppet size. I never made him larger or smaller, I just kept him the way he was really, so it gives me a rough idea of what we're looking for. But yeah, you're right, things really do not scale. I think people just like to make things really big. I think I'm no sculptor, but I believe people find it easier to sculpt bigger things because then they can add, it's easier to add smaller details, but obviously they don't shrink it down afterwards. But I don't mind shrinking it down. So let's get like a wee hospital door there, right? So this is the first room. Probably will be like an examination room. So it's going to be like a mixture of like an office with hospital supplies. So we obviously need a bed. I don't think I'm going to use this bed. I think this bed's more like for like transporting people, maybe. Even though they all kind of had wheels. I might save this one for the actual patient's room, and maybe we can use one that's slightly different for the exam rooms. That way it's a bit different, maybe. Let's go for it. So I've got like too many objects in my way. Hold on, let me just move things out of the way. So I'm not too bothered about getting all the details 100% accurate right now. It's just about getting something that looks roughly what we're looking for, and then I'll obviously come back and I'll redo a lot of these scenes, because I don't think there's much point in putting lots of detail into something and then realising, you know, we're not going to use something, or you know, I don't want to waste my time putting all this detail into stuff. So I like to just make things really quickly and then go into the detail once I'm sort of happy with how everything's looking. So let's see, if we come in, we're on the corridor, right? Come in the first exam room. So it's not going to be that big of a room, I think. So it definitely needs to have a little bed just for someone to lie down on to test them. And then it needs to have like a little desk, you know, for the doctor and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to think. Maybe I'll put like the bed over here once I scale it, obviously. Again, I'm not too worried about getting accurate scales. I just want to get something that's roughly gets the job done, you know. I mean, that is a huge bed. Maybe that's good enough. So I'll put that over here. We don't really need these kind of things right now unless I put this, like, if we pretend that's like the wall here, you know. Because I still need to design all the walls and stuff. So we'll pretend that's the wall there. Probably get rid of that one. Yeah, I'll need to like properly look at pictures to see what these rooms actually look like. So I'm not making something that's like completely inaccurate. I might not even use this because this is just an exam room, so it's just like a little small room. It's not so important. Sorry, a bit late today. No worries, Isaac. It's good to have you here anyway. I need to create myself a sandwich. We'll keep the audio on. Yeah, go for it. What kind of sandwich are you into these days? I guess that's what most people are eating, you know, because there's such a huge food shortage. A lot of people are just like buying lots of bread. Or if you're like Red Stool, he buys too much bread and then it goes all mouldy. The reason it's so high is because they probably took it from a dream that had lots of logic and stuff, so the game thinks it's still part of it, just reminding you because it looks like you forgot. To be honest, I'm going to say it all the time. It's just extra content, and then you can bring it up, and then other people will learn. I think that's a good dynamic we've got here. By the way, LBA, have you ever played LBP PSP? Yes I have. I've played all the Little Big Planet games. Every single one. Never made any levels in the PSP game though, but I did play. Hey Robo Knight, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. A survival horror game, interesting. Oh yes, it's very interesting, and it's going to be authentic to one of the classic ones. There will be like several difficulty levels, so if you're not used to playing survival horror games, or you think it's too difficult for you, you can definitely bump the difficulty down. But also, I'm making it so that if you play on like normal or easy mode, you have the option of disabling the tank controls, because I know some people don't like tank controls, which is fair enough. I want everyone to enjoy this game, so if you want to use the tank controls, you can use them. If you don't want to use them, you can turn them off. That way everyone can enjoy the game for what it is. Tip: store bread in a freezer, it lasts so much longer. Yeah, but does it taste as good? That's the question. I'm curious. And how long to defrost a slice of bread? I want to get my sandwiches immediately. No matter how good your game is going to be, we all know it's never going to be as good as the Lighthouse. Well, you never know, we might have some Lighthouse fans in today. Shout out if anybody likes the Lighthouse. We're going to play it on Saturday, and you'll see just how much I could possibly love it. LBP PSP was a nightmare to create in. Yeah, I think the PSP version only had like 2 layers maybe, so it wasn't exactly the most detailed of level editors. I'm just going to file this here. Don't even know if I'm going to use it. Is it just me, or does this chair seem a bit off? Don't know, I feel like the legs are a bit strange. Maybe the legs aren't long enough, I don't know, it just looks a bit funny. Alright, I'll put this, pretend there's like another wall over here. You're a giant puppet man. Right, let's put it like something like waist height maybe. A bit bigger. Because I also need to design like the actual the gameplay, like what kind of items you're going to find in each room, what kind of files, note systems. That's another thing, like maybe like by the end of the stream I'll show you the inventory that I'm working on, because I didn't fully finish it because I wanted to implement it into the level to show you, but I don't think it's quite ready yet. But I'll show you what it looks like for some of you that haven't seen it from Discord. So we've got the bed here, so let me see. So you walk in here, we need a table, right? In fact, let me just see, because the thermal's getting quite high. Let's see if we can find a little table, a little desk. Something for the hot. Well, that looks very fancy, but not quite hospital appropriate. Let's see, sometimes it'll take a little while to find a desk that you're looking for, you know, there's so many variations. I mean, this has like a computer screen on it already, that could be good. Oh look, someone's actually made a police force desk. I mean, I could probably use that like as a placeholder, but the thermal is quite high, so that's like a last resort. Maybe I could just use something like this, maybe. Oh, what the hell? Why is his crotch stuck to the table? I do not want to know why. Right, and the drawers are moving in and out. Clearly it's physics based. I'm not going to use that. Let's see. I'm just going to open this window again, so I don't suffocate to death. There's got to be a good desk somewhere, right? I like this desk. Bit too fancy though. Maybe this one. This is where they lock all their medications, right? So I'll put. Let me see. Right. Let's see. So like normally, like a desk is kind of like waist height, right? So we'll just assume that's roughly what we're looking for here. So maybe I'll move some of the stuff here. So like I don't want to make this room too wide, so we'll keep the hand dispenser there. Maybe we could move this one, like we'll pretend the wall is here, like that. Just a really small room, because there's going to be, this corridor is going to have lots of exam rooms. So I don't want to make them big rooms, you know. But it would be cool if there was an exam room and there was like a body line here, and suddenly you pick something up over here and it wakes up, tries to get you. I actually prefer to eat salt, sticks and conserved / canned food. Oh really? Is there any reason for that? I mean, it is kind of cheaper, I guess. So like you open like a tin of sardines instead of a slice of bread. Crazy Germans, eh? I think it's like 20 minutes to defrost. Wow, 20 minutes? By 20 minutes, I would just like eat frozen bread or something. I'd be that hungry. I don't think people are prepared to wait for bread. Still tastes the same though, better than it going mouldy. Yeah, I think people forget because everyone's hoarding and buying lots of products, so they're buying like, I don't know, like 5 loaves of bread, and then, you know, by the time they finish one, the other loaves are already mouldy. So people forget, you know, these things do have expiration dates, you know. We'll never actually know how tall the puppet really is. He's always different sizes. Really? He's always different sizes? How did he get up on this chair? That's what I want to know. Like, he always seems to move around. Like, 1 minute he's here, I turn my back for 1 second, and then he's on a chair. Like, I don't know what's going on. Also, Dream Relentless is so effing good. Oh yeah, it is. I don't know if Intra Attack Out is still in the chat, but you have fans of your level. So seriously, if no one's played it yet, give it a go. It's a pretty good level, especially if you like first-person shooters. Nah, no canned sardines or something like that. Much rather canned noodles. Canned noodles? You can buy canned noodles? I've never heard of that before. I know you can get like pot noodles that come in like a container, but I've never known about canned noodles. And stuff that I can just warm up in the microwave. Not the tastiest thing, but it's edible, I suppose. Yeah, I left that life a long time ago. See, there comes a point where microwave food that just doesn't do it for you anymore. You just don't feel like you get a lot of energy from it. You should add a journal into the game that documents a patient's decline into a zombie, similar to the Itchy Tasty journal from the original Resident Evil game. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that then. Maybe, I don't know if it will be the patient. Like, maybe there could be a patient's diary, or there could be like a document from like the doctor or something like that that's describing patients. So there's 2 different ways we could do it. I'm still here. Oh yeah, Intra Attack Out, he's still here. He's like, yep, give me all the praise for my amazing level. Give me all. You've got a fan, Isaac Clyde. He wants to take you out on a date. intro attack out. He thinks that your level was so damn fine. With the whole toilet roll thing, I wonder why they don't just make XXL toilet rolls. We're talking rolls that last a year at max, better than small ones, I guess. But people would still hoard those, no doubt. They would be like, oh, I'll need like 20 bags of those. You have so much toilet paper. It'd be a nightmare though, like, you know, that you normally get like dogs and cats that like to play with the toilet roll. If you buy an XXL toilet roll, your whole house is going to flood with toilet paper. It'd be quite fun actually. Yeah, I love Dream Relentless, extremely impressive, amazingly paced as well. Completed hard mode and speedrun mode. Wow, that was dedication. I completed the normal mode last night, but I'm saving the rest for Saturday's stream, so I'm probably going to play on hard mode on Saturday, and then maybe even check out the speedrun mode. I mean, I'm not that interested in speedruns, so don't expect me to properly do a speedrun on Saturday. I don't know why, I just don't find it very satisfying to do speedruns. You know, like I finished the game, it's kind of good enough for me, you know. Right, let me put this here. I've never seen a dispenser like this before. I mean, I'm assuming that's where your hand goes, like to pump it, right? I mean, what language is this? Like, Isaac, can you please translate this for us? We know that this is similar to your language, or maybe it is your language. Let us know what this means. It is vital, especially this word. I know this means like disinfectant, but it's strangely long to be disinfectant. Desinfection smittel. Why does everyone have to always have a smittel at the end? Right, so there's your hand thingy-majiggy. I'm just gonna, I won't steal your chair, I'll leave you on your chair. And we'll just use this as a really wonky chair. Has anyone bought Resident Evil 3, the remake? If you have, do you have any opinions? I personally think it is an incredible game. Some people say it's like too short, but I think that's been a bit too harsh, because I think the game itself is really good. Like, it's not quite as good as Resident Evil 2 remake, but it's still pretty damn good. We can't fault it too much. Oh, you've left your chair now, have you? Did you have enough? Did anyone see him leave that chair? I didn't see it happening. I think it's happening behind our backs. Right, let me just move all this stuff over. I still don't know if I'm going to use any of this stuff. Let's put it like that, right? Oh, the walls are closing in. Barry, help me! Right, so put the walls like that for now. Try and get a really claustrophobic type of room here. I've got another door in here that I don't think I'm going to use, so let me just delete some of these. This is like, we've got like 3 different scenes going on here. This was like from the diner scene, so obviously we don't need this stuff anymore. Same with the fire exit, we don't really need that right now. But obviously we need our fire. That's like a common thing now in all the streams. It's so damn fire. That's all we're making. I know, I like to make my walls really thick just to keep the noise in, you know. Alright, so look, it looks better. See, once you put the walls in, it does feel a bit more claustrophobic. I don't know about you, but I'm not really claustrophobic, but I can certainly feel more pressured, you know. So, I mean, it's not entirely even. I could make the wall in a little bit, but I might make this side a little wider. So let's see. So you come in, I can see you. Come through here. I don't know if I'm going to keep these, but I guess it doesn't hurt, right? Let me move our little guy over here, and then I'll put I guess I'll just take another chair. just in case you've got a guest with you that wants to wait around. I hope no one's had to go to the hospital recently because of all the problems. Right, so how claustrophobic do we want to make this room? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm going to update a lot of this stuff anyway, so don't worry too much about like the details, you know, like what are we going to put in the corner of this room. Don't worry about it. I'm going to look at a picture later where I can actually determine how we can detail this room. But right now it's just about getting the structure, the rough structure. So we need to imagine if we're entering in this room, we're playing as this character, what kind of areas would we like to visit? So we've got maybe we can put like, oh, here comes Nemesis. About time he made an appearance. Can we find any cabinets maybe? Would you have a sink in the exam room? Maybe. I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of fun, right? Yeah, like come wash your hands in the hospital, you know? Put that there. I don't know if I'll keep that, but a filing cabinet. I suppose we could have a filing cabinet. It doesn't hurt. We'll put that here, just in case, you know. And then what else was I going to look for? Oh, it was cabinets. The whole point of the whole thing. I want cabinets that you would put. Oh, those look better. Those actually look a lot better than the other ones, but I'll leave it. There's cabinets here. I could just like change the colour of them, I suppose. Yeah, there's not many options. Sometimes I noticed, like when you search for plurals in Dreams, it doesn't give you a lot of options. So if I search cabinet, see, because I search cabinets, it automatically discards cabinet. So using plurals is actually a pretty bad thing for the search. So let's see, we've got mostly arcade cabinets here. That looks quite cool. That could fit a survival horror game quite easily. What else can we use? It's hard to find things that are more specific for a hospital. I mean, everything needs to be white, but I can always recolor something myself, you know. Usually they have like these, don't they? Like, maybe if I put that down here, maybe that'll look good. Can't have enough filing cabinets, can you? I just want ones that I can put on the wall. But they're obviously the most unpopular things. Maybe I can... Nah, that's a bit weird. It's about trying to find something that sort of fits the style, you know. You know what? I think I saw one. I mean, it's for your kitchen, but I could just repaint them white, couldn't I? And they would still look good, wouldn't they? I get they'll do. I mean, I don't know how you guys paint. You can either paint like if you scope in and then like change the colour, or you can just paint on top of them, but let's just pretend that's what we're looking for, right? See, the cabinets are not in the best position because we've got a sink here. Hold on. I'll just turn this off. Let's just get a rough idea. So where are things gonna go? Cause can she reach up there? He or she, can they reach that cabinet? It's a bit high, you know. How do people reach these cabinets in real life? Do you need to stand on chairs, or can you comfortably reach? I've always wondered. It's like a design flaw with these cabinets. let's just make a wee cabinet there, right? We'll bring the sink in like that. Right. Unless I put the sink right in the corner. Well, obviously we'll need to get a little trash can, a little bin that we can put in the corner. Right, let's just leave that there, right? Whatever. It doesn't make sense, but it does the job, right? There we go. So we've filled out some of the spaces here with some things that I believe would be present inside a hospital. Maybe we can find like a health spray in here. Maybe you need to find a key or something like that. You come back, you get a health spray. Because I don't want it to be just like, oh, you can only find like key items or ammo. I want it to be like other things like health and things. So this looks alright. Take this away. Don't need that. So yeah, it looks alright. I'll get a little let's say a bin. Let's go for the British English. I don't know what Australians use. Do you use the bin or do you use a trash can like the Americans? I really don't know. I want to try and find something that looks quite sanitary though. Maybe something like that has a lid. Well, that's quite cool. Maybe use that outside the rooms, you know, when they put like the folders in them. Yeah, I don't want to use a bin that's got like it's overflowing with stuff. I know I can delete the stuff, but I'd rather just find something that's good to go. Right, let me just use this one. I don't know where we'll put it. Like maybe there. Put it in the corner. There you go, and we'll get like a plant. Because when you work inside a room with no windows, you need a plant, right? You need something to help you breathe. But it has to be quite a simple plant. It can't be anything too extreme. Oh god, we've got a huge collection here. What to choose? What to choose? I mean, this was like the one that was on the picture. Maybe we can use this one. Oh my god, look at the size of that. I don't think we should use that one. I think this one's a bit too... Oh, I should use this as like a plant boss. You know, in Resident Evil 1 there was a big plant boss. That's what I should do. There's so many plants in this game. Right, let me just have a quick catch up here. I know German, but I am not at all good at it. Isaac might know. Yeah, the only German I know is from the memes, that's about it. Disinfectant used to keep skin infections at bay. Wow. So there you go. That's the perfect translation, well done. 10 points for Isaac. Disinfectant, that's right, get your English correct. Come on. That's average. I'm going to deduct 5 points for that mistake. You were so close. Thanks for the compliment. Was just recording my playthrough of the game, so couldn't chat. Ah, okay. Getting it up on YouTube. I am almost 2 meters tall, so I can just open those cabinets normally. Wow. You can actually just like step. You can actually just walk normally and walk on top of the cabinets. That's how tall you are. And you're welcome. Definitely must have taken a lot of time. The Dreams homage at the end was so creative and well done. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. It's a bit of a spoiler, but yeah, it's pretty good. If you play Dream Relentless, play to the very end, because the ending is pretty cool. It's a pretty imaginative, creative way to end the game. Thank you. Definitely had a lot of fun making the game. Happy people are responding so positively. Yeah, but what we want to know now, the most important question now is, what are you working on now? it's always about the next project. So what are you working on next, Enter Attack Out? Give us the scoop. Give us the inside info. I was actually thinking about uploading my hard mode playthrough and speedruns, if you don't mind. Do whatever you want, yeah. I mean, it's good exposure, right? You never know. Anything that can bring attention to the level is good, right? Yeah, honestly, it deserves the likes. It's getting... and I hope the surge of thumbs up won't stop for a while. Easily one of my favourite Dreams creations. Yeah, well, I mean, Intra Attack Out and I, we kind of made a pact back in, like, I don't know if it was early access or the beta, but we basically said that we need to save Dreams. We need to make, like, the best quality content that's possible in Dreams. So, Intra Attack Out, certainly leading by example. I'll need to make sure I don't let them down. When I release the demo for Subject, for the survival horror game, I need to make sure that it's damn fine quality. I think 1000 ml means 1000 milliliters. German, definitely a weird language. Well, you're talking about German, what about Dutch? How different is Dutch compared to this? I bet you it's pretty funky. I mean, I've never really... You know, it's funny, it's like, if I read German, it's like, I can recognise it's German. If I read French, I can recognise it's French. If I read Dutch, I don't know if I would recognise if it was Dutch. You know, I don't think it's so common to see the Dutch language. That's what you should definitely do. You should incorporate some Dutch into your future levels. I think that would be quite cool. It's like when PewDiePie puts Swedish in his videos. It makes it a bit different. Yeah, 1000 milliliters, yeah. I'm making the entire world of The Witcher 3 so I can play it in VR. Heard it here first. Wow, the entire world of Witcher 3. That does sound like a lot. But that would be cool to play it in VR. You can play some Gwent together in VR. Just don't look at my cards. The Mad GFX team is back to work on Europa Descent. Well, thank God, because I was worried that you guys actually stopped making that. I was like, isn't this game supposed to be out already? It was meant to be like the flagship title of Dreams, and then I don't know. I don't know what happened. If you guys just got busy making other things, or personal things came up in your life, or whatever. But yeah, it was a bit strange. And I also noticed that you were making like 2 different games. You were making Europa Descent, and then there was some other 2D game or something you were making. I don't remember the name, but I'm like, damn, they're making a lot of good projects here. So do you have any news to share with us? Do you have any estimations? Do you think Europa Descent can be finished this year, or do you think it's more realistic to expect it next year? I want to know what kind of competition I have, you know, for my full games, you know, by the end of the year. I'm curious. And also, if you ever want to create a crazy monster design for like a boss battle or something, by all means, you can do that for me. Because I definitely need as many sculptors as I can to make the best possible monsters. The Scandinavian languages though, Finnish, it seems so complicated. Yeah, I actually know a guy, if anyone ever played Little Big Planet, there's a guy called Chachito, and he comes from Finland, and yeah, the language does look a bit funny, but it's always the same, yeah, like Finnish, Swedish, maybe Danish. They definitely have like a lot of crazy symbols in their language. Dutch is a beautiful language. German, however, well, you're slightly biased, I think. Do you know what I think whenever I think about Dutch? Don't worry, I'm not immune from this, because I'm going to give you an example to make fun of my own nationality. But you've watched Austin Powers, right? You know where I'm going with this, right? When you watch Austin Powers 3, you know, the Dutch guy, that whenever I think about Dutch things, I always think about that guy, you know? But I'm not immune myself, because there is a Scottish guy in Austin Powers. I think you know who it is. So the Scottish and the Dutch are portrayed in a very unfortunate light in Austin Powers. I guess the English too, technically. I loved the German language, very fun to speak, very diverse as well. I've heard actually that the German language is one of the hardest languages to learn in the world, because it's just, the grammar is so complicated, you know? Because I know you've got some similarities to French and Portuguese and I guess Spanish, because like in German you use like genders, so every object has a gender, whereas in English we don't mess around with genders. Everything is just an object, you know. It's not, it doesn't have a personality. But it's more to that. Like German, it gets really complicated, I've heard, but I would like to learn it. I used to have a biology teacher who spoke German, and he used to come into class sometimes just speaking German, but he would say things in German in like a really stereotypical accent to make him sound like he's really tough, you know. And he would come in with a big ruler and like slam it down on the table and just start spewing all this German, and we'd all be like, oh my god, what the hell's going on here? And for Halloween, he actually came into school wearing a swastika, like a proper Nazi uniform. The guy was crazy. I mean, it doesn't do any favours for German people, because obviously it's like, you think of German things, it's like really hyper aggressive. Lots of in real life issues plus a small team. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I get that, you know. Plus you're trying to be really ambitious with your projects, so you know they're going to take some time to get things sorted, you know. How are things in? Are you from Australia? I assume. That's a cat, by the way. He's making himself comfortable, but not against the monitor, please. If it goes against the monitor, it's going to fly right off the table. But yeah, how are things in Australia? Are they okay? Going crazy in the rest of the world? Hey Apollo Rap, y'all Finlands are beast. I've never been to Finland, but I bet you it is beast. Cold, but beast. Not familiar, unfortunately. I'm sure it's a flattering example. No? You've never seen Austin Powers? Oh, you've got to watch Austin Powers. The third one is the one with the Dutch guy, alright? It's the Mike Myers who plays him, but they make him, it's like a movie within a movie, and then John Travolta, he also plays the Dutch guy. They make fun of the accent, like, you know, the way that they speak, like that kind of noise, you know. So it's like a smoking a pancake, a smoking a pancake. You watch the movie and you'll understand. But it's funny, it is actually accurate, because when I was on a flight, it was you know, you're from Holland, so you'll know KLM, the flight company. Well, I was on a flight a few times with KLM, and the pilot, whenever he goes on the intercom thing, that's all I ever heard was that accent, you know, that hush, you know, like. But you can make fun of me, don't worry, I'm not making fun of you, but you can make fun of me if you want. People do it all the time. Me and my mad kilt. Yeah, to be fair, I actually find English to be kind of lackluster. How dare thee? You know, Shakespeare wrote things in English for a reason. Shakespeare's like on another level though. It's nonsense, man. But you find it quite lackluster, but that might be the reason it's the lingua franca, because it's pretty accessible and easy to learn, speak, write, and read, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, some people say English is the easiest language because it is much more simple, and then some other people say, oh no, it's really difficult, only because it's so different from other languages. and like how we say things in the opposite order. Because if you speak like Spanish or Portuguese, they say things in the opposite way. So like we always say, like, we describe things first. So we say like a blue wall, whereas in like Spanish and Portuguese they say like wall of blue. You know, it's like the opposite. This is turning into a language class. I'm loving this today. You're getting a stream of Create Stream and a language course. So by the end of the stream we're all going to be able to speak German, maybe a bit of Russian, some Dutch. I can't unfortunately teach you any Gaelic. I don't know any Gaelic, the national language of Scotland. German has 3 different words for the: die, der and das. Very confusing. Yeah, it's like depending on the gender and stuff like that. But die does sound like pretty, doesn't translate very well. You go die, die, die. A German's looking at you going there. What does that even mean? My German grammar is perfect. Well, I mean, you are kind of German, right? But while I am very fluent in German, I suck at talking in English, honestly. Well, you know how to write in English pretty well, so I don't know if that's any different from your speaking. I wonder if he was just swearing at you all in German. Yeah, imagine that. He's like, ha ha ha, you thought this asset was innocent? Well, it's not. Get it up, you. I always wondered, like, especially in German, they use like capital letters like in the middle and the end of sentences. Normally we just use them at the start, or if it's like someone's name or something, but German, they seem to use capitals throughout the sentence, even if it doesn't need it. And I also think it's cool, like, if you speak Spanish, it's like, I don't know if it's like a question, but they use the question mark on the opposite side and stuff like that. It's weird. And then there's like question marks that go upside down. I don't really get it. But legit, I don't think there are really languages that I'd rather see as the language of the world instead of English. Yeah. It's quite funny though, because some of you guys are like from other countries and you've had to learn English, you know. Whereas I'm quite fortunate because I didn't have to. I already kind of learned English on my own. But it would be nice to learn other languages, just to communicate with more people, you know. What are your cats' names? They've got kind of funny names. So one's called Tutu. He's like a beast. We've got Rocco. That's the ginger one here that's sleeping. And the girl, she's called Mila. She's like a little tiny thing. I'm from the UK, but I lived in Canada for the past 20 years. Farron is from Australia. Ah, okay. I see. So this community that you have, this graphics thing, it's like an online community. It's not like an Australian thing. I see. So you live in Canada then? That's pretty cool. I hear Canada's pretty bad though. We have another Canadian called Panic Man. He joins the stream now and again, and he told us if you leave the street in Canada, you get like $500,000 fine, and you also go to jail. So, I mean, that sounds quite serious. Hey Reckley, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. Are you making anything new in Dreams? Anything you'd like to share? We're building some basic rooms for the hospital. I still need to get a little plant here, and then I think this room's not finished, but like the design is kind of finished. Because I was calculating like how many areas do we have left to create in this entire game? Because we've just about finished all of the streets. We've only just started the hospital. We need to finish all of the hospital, and we need to finish the secret underground lab. So there's a lot of areas still to be done. So I was like trying to plan it all out, and there's a lot. And I thought like normally we create like one level design a week. So like I would have created this, and I'd have been like, okay, cool, that's it done. But if we do one a week, we're never going to finish in time. So I think I need to create at least 2 environments every week. So I think I'm going to start doing more streams on Friday just to motivate myself to create more rooms. But also, like today in the hospital, the rooms are pretty much compact. They speak for themselves really. Like, we could duplicate this room and then just change the formation, like move the bed over here, and you know, it'll be a different room entirely, because all the hospital rooms, they look quite similar. So I just have that will help me definitely to get all these rooms done. So if I can make 2 or 3 rooms every week now, by the end of July I hope to have all the level design done. And from now till the end of July I will also be working off stream to actually go back and properly detail all of these environments. And Intra Attack out from the chat, he's going to do a lot of the lighting, so I'm sure he'll have some ideas about where he wants to put lights. And also working on the menu, all the non-combat logic, which is actually almost done, surprisingly. So technically, if I get all these scenes linked together and put all the non-combat logic in, you could technically complete this game already. But obviously I need to put in cutscenes, I need to put in combat, a lot of animations, a lot of logic. I want to add trophies, unlockables, so that it gives some replayability to the game. But since you can go 2 different characters, they both have their own story, so you're already going to play the game twice, hopefully. There's different difficulty modes, so you can always play in harder modes. You can go for the trophies, get the unlockables. So I feel like you could really complete this game, you know, maybe 5, 6, 10 times, who knows. I think the speedrun mode, I don't have an idea for a speedrun mode, but I did have a trophy idea where you have to complete the game in like 2 hours, for example. So definitely there's going to be a lot of content beyond just completing the game. I like when games do that, like outside of Dreams. They actually give you a reason to return and keep playing, you know. Yeah, English is definitely a fitting global language, probably the most accessible one. I can only agree, because I don't know. How young were you guys when you actually started to learn English? Like, when you start school, do you automatically get forced to learn English, or was this just something you were interested to learn? Because I'm always curious how other countries handle, you know, balancing like their own language, but also giving attention to English as well, because it's obviously important, you know. I don't know if anyone's played Metal Gear Solid 5, but there's a plot line in that basically has a dig at English being the dominant language. They actually hate it, and there's some crazy stuff in that game. But yeah, basically if you speak English, it's a bad thing. They do not want English to be the worldwide language. Good game. I once joined an Overwatch custom match. The people there were teaching about zoology in voice chat. The match was called GTA San Andreas RP. I was just like, what? Yeah, that is quite strange. Actually, it should be Zum Vorbeugen, is that how you say it? Not Zum Vorbeugen. What, he made a spelling mistake? He made a spelling mistake? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let me see. I'm confused. Didn't... So you're saying like a capital letter? You missed out a capital letter? Let's fix that. Let's fix that right now. There we go. I hope you are satisfied with the update. Obviously I'll change these, I'll translate these into English, don't worry. Even the ML, I'll translate that into English, don't worry. Late, great, bait, wait. That's my issue with English. They just can't decide which way to write down a certain sound. Yeah. For me, that's not a problem. They all make sense. They all make sense. We're making fun, and we have a Discord chat, and if anyone wants to join that, let me know. But we were talking about how some people confuse some words in English. So like Tom Dent, he put out a tweet and he said, bear with us whilst we, you know, organise this first stream at home. But he used the wrong use of the word bear. He used B-A-R-E, you know, like bare naked, when it should have been B-E-A-R. So things like that, even native speakers use the wrong words all the time. Or like to, you know, like T-O, T-O-O. Some people use the different one, they don't know. But I'm not here to trash people's English. If you want to make mistakes, that's up to you. I'm back in the UK now. Ah, okay. So you like to travel around? I've heard it's bad in the UK as well. Everywhere you go, it's bad. You can't catch a break. I was looking at the map to see like where the coronavirus is most affecting in the world, and I noticed like if you go it's like the very bottom of Africa. It's not South Africa. It's like the very bottom of Africa. There's a state there that literally has one case of coronavirus. So if you want to be safe, if you want to go on a vacation, go to the very south of Africa. It's like the best place for you. Go on a nice safari, coronavirus free. I think it might be a good place to go. I grew up in Germany, and in 2017 I moved back to England. Maths and English can get a bit confusing because they are so different to German. Oh really? That's strange. I never even did my SATs because of it. I don't even think I had SATs. I don't even know what that is. I think my system was different. I am great at maths in German. I extremely suck at math and English. But isn't maths the same thing? Isn't it just numbers? Am I wrong here? Like, maths is math, you know? Am I going crazy here? I tried to learn French and Spanish at the same time in school. It was a mistake. Wow. How different is Dutch from English? And how different is it from, like, Spanish and French? Like, is there any similarities? Because, you know, you normally get, like, Latin influences in a lot of languages. But Dutch, I'm not so sure about. Looking good so far, man. Yeah, it's pretty basic. It's just getting the structure together. So, this is an exam room, just to see how the patient's doing. And then after this, we're going to make a proper patient's room, which is basically going to be the same kind of room. A bed, you know, some tables, a window, a TV, things like that. So but it's going to be nicer. I'm going to put I looked at some images of some patient rooms, and some of these patient rooms are like proper fancy. It's like they've got like big wooden panels on the wall, and the floor's really nice, and the window, it's so huge, you know, it's got a great view of the house. Perfect, you know. I felt like I should get sick just to go to this hospital. It looked so nice. I was about 9-10 years old when I started. Already was pretty okay at English at age 11. That's crazy. How you can learn so fast. They do say that kids learn languages a lot faster than adults because their brains are like sponges. So I guess that was the case. If I try and learn a language now, it might be very difficult. I platinumed MGS5, so oh yeah, it was a good game. I still need to go back and do all the optional parts of the missions, because there's a lot you can do, which is pretty cool. Since the player won't see it, why don't you just put the most absurd thing ever? I could, depending on the camera angles. Yeah, I definitely could. Yeah. Damn 15-second audio tool reduction. That's what I'll put. By the time you've read this line, your audio tool has ended. I think that's the best line ever. I got close to platinum on MGS5 on the PS3 and the PS4. You played it on both consoles? I didn't even know it came out in the PS3. Jeez. I thought it just came out in the PS4. The Vorbigen needs to have a capital V. Yup, and I'm satisfied now. Dissatisfied with the original creator though. Yeah, I'll need to find out who made that so you can bash them. We get taught English from around age 8 here, I think, but lessons are basic. Most of us learn English through the internet and movies, video games. It's pretty much impossible to not pick up English, I suppose. Yeah. I think it's more common for like European nations to pick up English. If you go to like South America and stuff like that, it's not quite as common, you know. They still learn English, but it's not as much of a demand, you know. Actually, are you from the Netherlands, Intra? Or did I mix something up? Yeah, he is. I always wondered, like, how did they get the two different names? So you've got the Netherlands, and then you've got Holland. Is there a reason why there's two separate names for it? I don't know the reason, I just know there's two names, that's it. That's awesome, I didn't know that. See, you thought he was from an English-speaking country, because his English is so good, didn't you? That's what you thought. Maths in German would be like 2, but maths in English would be like 2 what? 2 divided by 2. They use different symbols. Oh man, that's weird. Can get confusing, yeah, I'm already confused. Dutch definitely has similarities to English and other European languages. These days English words are thrown around really often, so I'm expecting the language to become really similar in the future. Yeah, someone's just speaking English and you're like, oh, I didn't know you speak English, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I speak Dutch. You know, it's like the same thing. Yeah, I've noticed that, like, some countries, they take things, like, mostly from American culture, and they use it in their own language. So, like, they'll understand some words. Maybe they don't understand the context, but they'll use a lot of the same words. Hey Scheme Chaos, how are you? Hope you're having a great week. Have you played Resident Evil 3 Remake yet? LBA, yes I have. I've played a lot. I've not completed it yet. I didn't play the last few days. But I think I'm going to complete it tonight because Final Fantasy VII is coming out tomorrow, and I've heard that from Alpha Werewolf that it's going to be between like 85 to 100 gigabyte, and that's a lot of data for me. So I might have to delete Resident Evil 3 for a little bit just to make space for it. But it's pretty damn good game. Like, don't let anyone put you off buying Resident Evil 3 Remake. If you love Resident Evil, if you loved the second remake, definitely get the third one because it's just as good. The only difference is that, yeah, it might be a bit shorter, but the experience is really good, and I would happily complete it like a couple more times on harder difficulties. I might even start doing a stream where I play on harder difficulties just for fun, if I get extra time, of course. I don't want to clash with the Dreams stuff. But did you buy it yourself? Are you enjoying it? I love MGS5, so I had to play it on both consoles. It was actually made mostly on a PS3, so it looks really good even on last gen. That's quite surprising, yeah. I think the engine that they used for MGS5 was really advanced, so I guess they managed to make it work on both consoles. That's pretty cool, because normally you would think the PS3 version wouldn't work so good. Yeah, MGS5 was a very good game, very memorable as well, yeah. I mean, I wasn't like a super fan of the story, because I felt like you're so used to MGS games sort of being in your face with the story, and then MGS5 was like a step back. It's more about the gameplay, which is good. That's why I thought it was so addicting, especially when you get the ability to like steal containers and like parachute them like up into your base, crazy things like that. Because I used to love Peace Walker on the PSP. MGS5 is basically a sequel to Peace Walker. It's the same gameplay, same ideas, just expanded on a little bit. Relentless is awesome, good job man. Oh yeah, I'm glad you've played it. it is a pretty damn good level. That's the quality that we all need to strive for if we want to make Dreams good in general. Same, I'll be finishing Resident Evil 3 tonight. It's incredible so far. I've just escaped the hospital. Playtime is 11 hours so far. Wow, 11 hours. Wow, you've actually took your time playing this game. I think I'm more or less where you are, but my playtime is like 6 hours. So I guess you've been looking at all the details, you know, in the walls and things, you know, really making the most of it. But I think like when I played Resident Evil 2, it took me like 8 hours to complete the game, so I'm already at 6 hours in Resident Evil 3, so even if it doesn't last 8 hours, it's still pretty close. I mean, don't forget, like games like the first Uncharted game, that only takes 5 hours to complete, believe it or not, 5 hours, but it's such a good game that you forget. And I think Uncharted 2 and 3, they took like 7-8 hours. So I think we get used to games that last like 15, 20, 60 hours these days. So when we get a game that's more like the old days where we get like 6, 7, 8 hours, it's unacceptable now, you know. The way the times are changing. PlayStation 5, 825GB space really bothers me. I have 1TB in my PS4 and it's nowhere near enough already. Yeah, I mean, you've got 1TB, guess how much I've got? I've got 500GB. 500, and you can only use about 400, basically 400GB on my PS4, because I've got the base PS4. I never upgraded the hard drive, I never bought a Pro, so I'm suffering with a really low hard drive. It's not good. I used to have the original PS3 and that had like 60GB. Can you believe it? The PS3 used to have 60GB. I don't know how I managed. I used to delete things all the time, and then eventually I got the Slim and it had like 320GB and I never had a problem again. That was like paradise for me. But then the PS4 came and it ruined my life. There's no way you can fit all the space there. So yeah, the PS5 games are definitely going to be larger, so maybe we're talking like at least 100GB for most games, no doubt. Because I think if you've got games now like Call of Duty, Red Dead Redemption, they all have over 100GB, and that's PS4 games, sorry. So if you go to PS5, you can just imagine how beefier that's going to be. Cobodin Neve, hey, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a great week. Are you enjoying Dreams? I still have a default 500GB, so a lot of these huge games hurt. Yeah, you're in the same position as me. Like, I don't have space for most games. I need to delete things, or it forces me to complete certain games. I'm basically going to have to delete Resident Evil 3, and I'm probably going to have to delete Control, maybe, and Kingdom Hearts 3. I still want to finish all these games just to get space for Final Fantasy 7. But if I'm going to pay all that money for a new game, I need to play it right away. Feel your pain, yeah, it's not good, is it? I got a 1TB PS4 as well. It's good enough, but I need to upload tons of clip compilations because I'm a guy to record hundreds of video clips, and that's what really fills up the storage. Yeah, that as well, yeah. It's it's crazy how much it actually uses up, isn't it? I've got 2TB, but I'm not allowed to use I'm not allowed to use 200GB of it. That's crazy, isn't it? It's like they reserve so much of the space. I wish AAA games would just scale down a bit again. I honestly don't need games to exceed the graphics and levels and polish of Uncharted 2. I guess so. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is 175GB now. Wow. Is that because of the Battle Royale mode? I mean, that can like affect your sales, because like personally I did not buy this game because, one, I didn't want to, but even if I did, the hard drive space is too much. I had to delete so much stuff. I had to delete Rainbow Six Siege because that always gets updates, and I think that has close to 100GB now. I haven't bought Red Dead Redemption 2 yet because I know that it's over 100 gig and I don't have the space for it. It's a huge game. It's going to take me ages to complete. So I'd rather wait until I've finished more games and I'll have more space on my hard drive. So I'm not buying Red Dead Redemption 2 until it's like cheaper and when I can afford to, you know, install it. Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? Installs on PS5 will be different though. They will optimize by allowing you to select single or multiplayer, for example. Also, installs will be much quicker, so it won't be much of a problem to swap games. Installs, yes. However, I download all my games these days, so if I have to download 100 gigabytes, it's kind of a pain, you know. Like, I'm already dreading downloading this Final Fantasy game. Like, it's not going to take me forever, especially if I plug the wire, the Ethernet cable in. It shouldn't take me too long, but you want to play a game now, you know. You used to be able to just put a disc in, play the game, and that's it. Play any game you wanted. Now, I can't play any game I want. I have to choose, like, okay, if I play this game, I have to delete this game, or, you know, I have to wait like a few hours to download this, or, you know, oh, it's like, oh, if I delete this, I need to download it again next week, you know. And you need to micromanage your console now. It's boring. It's boring. Even Red Dead Redemption 2 is only about 115 gigabyte or something. Only, yeah, exactly. I miss those days. Yeah, those were the good days when we could actually play anything we wanted. We weren't restricted. Right, so this is this room. Let me just quickly get a plant down here. So put a giant mushroom in the scene. I want something that just looks kind of normal for a hospital. I don't want anything too extravagant. Well, that looks quite cool. Maybe we could put a llama in the scene. Would anybody notice? That's actually quite good. Like, I do want to do like the grounds outside. Maybe I could do some of these. If anyone's made any other animals, that would be quite cool. See, I don't want something too fancy. I just want something simple, you know. Like, I mean, the vase is too fancy. I just want something with big leaves, something like that. But obviously, it's not in this collection. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, that looks like a great plant. We come up with that idea. Plants that look like Christmas trees. Killer plants. I don't even want to know what that is. Plant man. Alright. Why is Sonic here? For plants. Oh, a hologram plant. That looks quite interesting, actually. Nice idea. Right, somebody made a good plant that I can use. Oh, look. It's a chemical plant, that's why. Nice remake. A secret door. A cucumber plant. What? You know what? I've never actually seen a cucumber plant in my life. I didn't even know cucumbers grew on trees. That's how much my knowledge is of vegetables. Or is it technically a fruit? I don't know. What the hell was that? Some strange things you find. It's a bit messy. I mean, it looks like grass, but see, it's so difficult to find like exactly what you're looking for. They're forcing me to actually make something of my own. I don't want to make anything. You know what? We're just gonna stick this plant down, right? Here's a big plant, right? It's good for the environment, even if it is a bit ugly. And if the leaves go through the wall, you know, the leaves go through the wall. Right, put a wee bin here. Maybe take a couple of them, you know, put another one here. So I think this scene is like mapped out. This is as much as I can do. until I actually look at some pictures to properly detail everything, I think this is as good as it's going to get. So this is the exam room. Now let's make the patient room. So the patient room is going to be pretty much the same. So let's just do this, right? To make this more fun, right? Let me just reduce this. Let me just reduce this wall, right? We'll pretend this is the other side. This is how you make a quick scene. So now we're in the patient room, but the patient room's different. The bed's like this. See, you weren't expecting that, were you? It's completely different. I need to shrink this this wall over here. I think for the patient room I probably will use these walls because I do want to actually see inside the patient room. So which side is which? I think this side is the outside. So let's just pretend this is the wall here. I think it's a decent size, more or less. I would obviously need to test it against my puppet. Where is he? Right, excuse me, you're coming with us and we're going round here. Right, enough of your dancing, right? Let's say the windows like that. I think that looks alright. And then we've got the patient's bed. I did say I might use the other bed actually, but look, we've got things that are like stuck inside these walls. Ta-da! More assets. I was going to use this bed to make it a bit different from the bed that was in here. I guess it's not so important, but I think it looks a bit better because it's got the railings on it. Can I just steal this bed, please? Right. Right, I mean, in your opinion, right? In your opinion, what bed looks better? So we get two different beds here. Let me put them here so you can see them a bit better. Alright. So you've got this bed and this bed. I felt like this bed does have the bars that I don't know if they you can kind of take them apart, but this bed already comes ready made with the bars, so I think this is safer for the patients. Let me just flip this round. Right, then we can get like a chart, maybe a wee chart here that can describe what was going wrong with the patient. And what we need to do is we've got some uncomfortable chairs next door, but we need some fancy chairs. We need like at least one really comfy chair. You know when you go to visit a relative or someone in hospital, there's always that one really comfy chair and everyone fights for it, and everyone else has to get the crappy plastic chairs. It's just how it goes. So I'll try and make it like a scene where there was like somebody was visiting the person. I need to put like a little table on either side or some kind of machine or something. I need to actually find out if anyone's made any of these machines or if I need to make some myself. Get my sculpting skills up to scratch because I don't sculpt. I mean, I could sculpt. Like technically I could sculpt this wall, but it would take me a while. Because obviously in Little Big Planet you had to sculpt. So let's see, can we find like a TV set? I mean, in this day and age we kind of need to use a flat screen. We can't use like those old hospital TVs, can we? I mean, the hospitals still use the really old TVs. You know, like the old like these ones. Do people still use those in hospitals? I mean, if it's a cheap hospital, maybe, you know. So I don't know if we put it up on the wall here, you know. How big is this TV? It's like this. Oh my god, I broke him. Oh wait, he's alright. He's alright. I fixed him. It's a big old TV. I mean, I could put a flat screen TV. There's nothing stopping me putting a flat screen TV, but maybe it's kind of funny. I don't even know what year this game is set in, by the way. Like, I've not actually thought about it. You know, like, there isn't. If this was a Resident Evil game, it would be like 1998. I don't know if this is a modern game or it's in the 90s. I don't know. Not really thought that far ahead. Basically, we can make like the normal patient rooms can have the old crappy TVs, and the private rooms, they can have all the plasma screens. They've got all the best stuff. They've even got VR, you know, for something to do. I still have my PS2 plugged in. It's so nice just being able to play stuff. Oh, I wish I still had my PS2. I wish. Backwards compatibility is not what it used to be. I can't even imagine the pain of only having 500GB on your PS4. I'm so used to the 1TB. Yeah, you better appreciate what you've got, because some people are worse off. Yeah, that's the main problem. They'll have to. I don't know. We need internet speeds to catch up. Yeah. I mean, if I came from like a country like, I don't know, like Japan or something, or Korea, they have like super fast internet. They've got like not just megabytes, they've got gigabytes. You can literally download gigabytes like that, which is insane. Well, obviously the governments in certain countries, especially the UK, they don't really care about internet as much. I read a study that said that the internet in Lithuania on average was faster than the internet in the UK, which is crazy because the UK should have more money than Lithuania. You should make a crematorium area in your game. I'm going to make a morgue, so I guess the crematorium will probably be side by side. So yeah, I'll make like a furnace and things like that. I'm actually really excited to make the morgue. I think it's going to be really creepy. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait. I upgraded my hard drive after 3 years or so after PS4 launch. That 500GB is insane, especially because you can only use about 370. Yeah, I think about 400, 370. Yeah, 500GB seems insane to manage. 2GB is too small for me. I suppose it stops you from downloading every game under the sun. You know, like you might have like 10 games on your hard drive that you never play. So for me, it's like I can only have like maybe like 5 big PS4 games. Depends on the size, obviously. Resident Evil's quite good because it's only 2 and 3. They only have like 22, 23GB. It's quite small, which I really appreciate. If you play something like Call of Duty, you're screwed because it takes up way too much memory. It's worse when you play games that don't have an end, so you can't delete them. They just keep going and going and going, you know. So like FIFA, Call of Duty, any other type of multiplayer game, you don't want to delete it because you play it all the time. But single player, it's easier because I can finish a game, then I can delete it, and then you know, it's just easier. Sounds rough. Oh yeah, I got the 1TB PS4 in a bundle in 2016. Yeah, I guess that's quite good. Why not have a rafflesia in your hospital? What the hell is a rafflesia? You need to explain that one to me. The grey bed looks better in my opinion. You mean the one that I just deleted? Are you kidding me on? The bed with the 2 headboards looks good. Yeah, I think we've got opposing opinions here. I just did this one because of the bars, to be honest. And because the other one was, I wanted to make it a bit different, so I'm not using the same bed all the time, you know. I'm trying to differentiate between the different areas. The wooden one for patients, the metal one for like an intensive care unit maybe. Yeah, so use this for, that's like the, this is like for more serious things maybe. Because there will be an intensive care unit ward. This room, I'm basically going to make a standard patient room. and then I'll just remix the same room, change the location of the, like I'll flip it round, and then just like flipping it round makes it look like a different scene, and then I'll like change other things so that all the patient rooms, I don't need to do a lot of work, they don't need to restart all the time, I just need to move some things and change some details, or some items that you find in those rooms are different, maybe some enemies appear. That's how I'm going to make the rooms different, so you can recognise them more. That chair looks like it would instantly collapse when you sit on it. Oh yeah, I was thinking that, like the legs, they do look very thin. A little too thin, you know. It's like, even look here, there's clearly a gap here, you know. It's not too sturdy. Have it set in 2010. Okay. Boss fight in the morgue. You read my mind. But do you know what boss you're going to fight in the morgue? Ho 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 ho. Just you wait. Just you wait. You know, if you played the old Resident Evil games, it's like, if you went to select something, like say you're in the morgue and you're going to open like the big trays, the drawers, right, where they keep the people. I don't know what they call them. But it's like, do you want to open this? And you're like, oh my god, do I open it or do I leave it closed? I could do something like, if you say yes, you open it and something bad happens. Or I could do like, someone says no, thinking, oh no, I'm not going to do that, but then something bad happens anyway. I think just to like catch people off guard. Just re-downloaded Days Gone last night. It's 38GB, used to be 60GB. Wow, they actually reduced the size. That's quite good. That was a good game, Days Gone, really good. Definitely recommend it. It got a lot of harsh reviews because it had some bugs at the start of the game, but when it first launched. But it's a really good game. Definitely give it a go. A Rafflesia is one of the world's biggest flowers. It apparently smells really bad. If anyone's made it in Dreams, then I'll use it. Could definitely be a boss, for sure. It's red and has spots. Interesting. Well, yeah, if anyone makes a Rafflesia, then you can let me know and I'll add it to the scene. So let's see if we can find a comfy chair. Let's see what, if I just put in chair, let's see what comes up. I mean, that's probably a little more sturdy than the crap we've got right now. You know? Especially that one. The folding chair probably looks good. We should just have like a hospital that's like full of beanbag chairs. I mean, how cool would that be? It would be so hip, you know, so trendy. I'll probably use this for the pediatrics section of the hospital, for all the kids. I'll put some beanbag chairs. Let's see. Maybe this looks like a good hospital chair. Problem is, when you shrink it so small, I don't know. I didn't really want colours, but I guess I can change the colours. So there you go, you've got your new and improved chair. Do you like it? It's more sturdy. It's more sturdy on the ground. There you go. Make it a bit smaller. Perfect. Now you will not fall on your arse. And we also, unless you just want an old stool. Right, how do we find comfy chairs? Did someone actually name something a comfy chair, or is it just called a chair? Oh, someone actually made PewDiePie's chair. Wow. And it was usable hamburger. Usable hamburger. We're actually using one of his hamburgers in the in the diner. There could be a wheelchair. I just hate like how high the thermal is. Let me see. Can we use it? Oh my god. It's a really funky design though. I don't think the proportions are very good. Definitely could use some work. How hard is it? Why is it so hard to find a comfy chair? You know? Let me just write in comfy chair. I wouldn't find that in the hospital. Maybe you would find something like this. So like, you'd maybe put some chair here. Do you know what's funny? Like, I was looking at pictures of patients' rooms, and they've got the patient's bed like this, right? But the TV was like this in the picture, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, how is the patient supposed to see the TV? That's like torture. It's like their favourite programs are on, but you can't actually see them. That's just terrible. Well, it's here now, right? So that's enough space for the player to get by. So got a nice wee chair here. We should probably make some windows. The problem with windows is that I don't really want you to see outside the window, so it's probably just going to be blackness outside, but I'll definitely create panels here and create like windows. I think it'll look a lot better. Air conditioning, would a hospital have air conditioning? I guess, maybe, I don't know. Or a fan or something like that, maybe. May get warm, you never know. I don't know what year this is set in, and I also do not know where in the world this is set. So let's just pretend it's a very warm country, right? Or it's just that it's just summer, you know. There you go. And I like that it's already animated. It's actually saved me a lot of time. So there you go. Got a wee fan in the corner. And what else do we need? We need some little tables. I don't know. Can I use anything in here? Not so much. I mean, I could probably use one of these, but I think the tables in a patient's room should look a bit better. These ones are more medical kind of things. So let me see if I can find a. Here we go again. Another table. But the problem is trying to find a bloody table. Something that looks good in a hospital, you know. Maybe if I put in like drawers or something, maybe it gives me more options. Let me see. I mean, they use that in hospitals. I know they use that, like a wee tray thing. I could use it and then just like change the colour. Oh, there's already a key in here. They know exactly what I want to do with my game. Right, let me just use that for now. The one that was over here. If it lets me, obviously. Oh my god, look at that, it used all 10%. Right, we'll just throw that in. Right, you don't really need a big table, right? You know, it's just to keep your fruit. Everybody always gives you fruit. You know, you're dying in your bed, but here's some grapes. That'll cure you from your disease. Right, let's just put that there. I kind of want to get grapes now, like just to prove a point. Because that's all people buy you, like fruit. Why don't you bring me some chocolate and actually make me happy? But no. Oh, you know what I found? Like, food in general in Dreams actually looks quite cool. Like, look how realistic that looks. Like, I think it's because of the lighting and stuff, but it does look really nice. I can appreciate some high quality graphics. Right, can we get rid of this branch? Thank you. No one wants a branch on their grapes. That doesn't exist. Right, these grapes have just been lying out here, right, so... I mean, when the grapes are really small like this, do they still look like grapes, or do they just look like fungus that's been grown on a table? But yeah, I need to get some items that I can put... Maybe I could get like a newspaper or something, you know, as a collectible. So I still need to figure out where all the items are going, so I don't actually know if I'm going to use a newspaper here, but it's oh, this newspaper has physics. I do not like this. Can we take off that, please? Okay, that'll do. Right, so gives you something extra to find. So we've got our grapes, we've got a newspaper, got a wee chair to chill on. We've got some basic chairs, you know, for some other guests to appear. And I guess we need to pick up the door again. There you go. Here's your door. So we've got our door, and we'll have our windows later once I can actually. I wonder if people actually made like ready-made windows. Not that I need them, but I'm just curious to see if anyone's made like glass or something, because glass is quite difficult to make. That's perfect. Oh my god, did you hear that? The loud version of the windows opening. That used to happen to me a lot when I used to start up my computer, and I forgot that I left the audio all the way up. Why are Microsoft not having a problem with this? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any proper windows being made. I think it's mostly just for a house. Maybe if I can find like a curtain would be good too. I think a curtain would be nice. Let's see. My curtain. A red curtain, a shower curtain. Oh, a quarantine curtain. I could use that for a certain room. That would be quite nice. Yeah, it's mostly just red curtains. They're all the same. Just use one. Change the name, right? There you go, we've got a massive curtain, right? We'll just pretend that's where the curtain's going, right? I mean, some rooms, they actually have curtains that you can do like that. You know, like, just to block off the view, you know? But I think I'll make a room that's more of a public room. And I'll put curtains around all the beds. It's just for this particular room. It's more of a private room, so it doesn't really need it, you know. And I don't think I'm going to make double windows. I think I'm just going to make like one window, and then I'm just going to make another little wall here. Because I don't want the room to be too massive, so let's reduce that down a wee bit before the nemesis kills us. I think that'll be kind of good, like that maybe. And then we just need to build another little wall here. Easy. Let's see. Oh, this wall is actually wonky. Right, there we go. So I'll just. Well, obviously it's not going to be like that on the outside, but on the inside. That's pretty cool then. So we've got stretch this over. So that's pretty cool. We've got the exam room, and we've got a little bit of a patient's room, which looks quite nice. So you'll come into this room. I'll need to build a proper stand for this TV. There's no way it can just float like that. That's not how physics work. So you come in here. You can have a grape, put your health up a little bit, take a seat. Find the paper. So every room will have a different layout. Maybe there's one room where the hospital bed is like, oh, like that, you know, like crazy. But yeah, like I'm not going to like make, that's the thing, like I said, what's going to make it easier is that when I'm making like these rooms, like the patient rooms, I'm not going to keep redoing this room over and over again. I'll wait until I've got this room properly detailed with lighting and everything, and then I'll just remix this particular room. And when I remix this room, I just like change the location of the bed and things like that, and change the items. It saves a lot of time. So hopefully we can get the hospital done quicker than anticipated. Let me just catch up here whilst Nemesis is coming. Great Scott has a Days Gone avatar on PSN LBA. That guy's just got the lot, doesn't he? Have something really bad happen only if they select no. Yeah, that would be quite funny. Let the cowards suffer. What would your health pickups be? Right now I'm just using sprays, to be honest. Keeping it basic. Maybe I'll change it, but so far it's a health spray. I got the platinum on Days Gone. I got platinum on Days Gone. I couldn't put the game down. Oh yeah, it was so good. I never got that far, but it was a pretty good game. Hey Jinkies Gaming, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Set it around 2006 to 2008, where there were still some old TVs around. Could do. I mean, no one really needs to know the age, the date. It's just like if someone reads a newspaper, maybe there's a date on it, or if there's a certain car that only existed in a certain time. You know, I don't want to create things that that's not very realistic for the time for when the game's set in. Because like, I would probably just set the game in nowadays, to be honest, because this is the time that we know. But I do think it's cool using the old TVs as well. But I'll definitely mix it up. I'll use some flat screens and some old TVs. Make the graphics a bit varied. Get a bowl for the grapes. Are you kidding? Who puts grapes in a bowl? No, come on. I'll need to find a bowl. But if I find a fruit bowl, that would save me a lot of time to actually. Oh, what the hell? Rotten fruit. That could look good if the apocalypse has been going on for a long time. Someone loves their fruit. Let's see. Well, there's one with grapes there. I mean, that's more of an impressionist painting. There's a bowl there, so we've got a choice. We can make a bowl, or we can make a fruit bowl. Let's go with a bowl. I think it uses less thermal, so that makes sense for me. Right, there you go. You've got your grapes in your bowl. Does that make life easier for you? I need to like edit it because there's a wee grape poking its head through the bowl. You can't have that. What I could do is I could just put the bowl like next to the wall, so then I can put the grapes in, and then if the grapes go through the wall, no one's going to notice, right? No one's going to notice, especially if the camera angle doesn't show you. These grapes are huge though. There's grapes in a bowl. I'll put some other fruit there too as well, just to make it look better. But yeah, I'll need to put other things like a phone maybe, or a pack of cigarettes or something. But yeah, all these little details, they're something I'm going to focus on later, so don't worry too much about those. The main idea is just to get the rough structure of the room. So all I need to do is add some windows here, add some panels that go along the walls, just to make it look more like a hospital. And I think this little scene's done. So that's the patient room, and then we've got the, if you go next door, it's the exam room, where we're checking out people just to see if they're okay. I guess I could keep reusing these bins, you know, every room needs to have a bin, right? I mean, you might never see this bin, but let's just put it in the corner here. Depending on the room as well, you might need a machine, like a breathing machine or something like that, so I'll probably like remove something in some rooms. I think you can probably get rid of 60% graphics thermal right now. That glowing thermal makes me anxious. To be honest, yeah, and I know I could reduce it, I just don't want it. I just don't want it right now. I only ever reduce it if I have to, you know, like if it gets to 100%, then it's like, oh, okay, I should probably reduce my thermal. But if it's making you anxious, okay, I can do you a favour, I suppose. Right, these drawers are taking up a lot of... Oh, it's because, look, each drawer is like its own separate thing. Look. Crazy. Nemesis, go away! He keeps following us. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Right, let's reduce this detail just to... so you don't kill me. Right, we're not going to see underneath the bed, are we? Are you happy now? Oh, look at those wheels. Those high quality wheels. That needs to go. We cannot have high quality in this hospital. We have to just go for like the worst quality ever. There we go. Our fancy chair. See, this is what you get when you update your chairs to give them better legs. They actually come with a lot more thermal, so it's not always a good thing. I always find it quite fun though. I like doing this, like just clicking things, you know. I think it's quite therapeutic. Right, you happy now? So far I've got it down to 81%. Now let's get rid of this wall. Oh, what the hell? Don't decrease it too much or it goes a bit crazy. Right, put this door down a bit. There, that looks quite nice. And that bowl as well. There you go. Oh, the stuff in here. Is this like therapy for some people? I believe it is, because it does feel quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like just like reducing all this person's hard work to dust. Right, there you go. It's gonna look like trash, but see, let's see if I do that. Like the handles start to disappear, so I can't really reduce it too much. Got a crappy little chair here. Right. See, it's like when you've got things like handles, I'll probably have to like create my own handles to solve the problem. Don't even know if I'm going to keep this sink. Right, I think we're nearly done. Look at that, separate. Alright, so, oh, don't forget the hand wash, the hand sanitizer, and the plant's mega huge. Oh look, these handles as well. They're really high thermal. I can't reduce that, I forgot I couldn't do that. Alright, so we got it down to 53% so far. Oh, we've got a TV, don't forget the TV. These old school TVs, we can't not allow the quality to go too high or it's going to be unrealistic. There you go. There you go. So, are you relatively happy now? I mean, we got it to 51%. Now can we get back to the task at hand, please? Right, it looks like a pile of crap now. You're welcome. I think once we get the lighting in though, and we start texturing things and the camera angles as well, if we don't go too close to things, you know, if I put the, see it, the camera about here, you can see it's quite fuzzy. If I go here though, look, you can't see anything, there's no fuzz here at all. It looks top quality. It's just if I go a little bit more, you start to see it. So if I make my camera angles, like, if I try and calculate how far I need to go, along with the lighting and things. We could disguise a lot of this, a lot of these problems. So yeah, we've got our patient room, and we've got our exam room. So that's good progress so far. Try to think what room we could make next, because I didn't really plan to make more than 2. Oh, careful. The cat went to stretch, but he stretched. You know when you watch a cat stretch, they stretch so far. You don't realise how long a cat is until he stretches. But he nearly knocked the monitor right off the desk. And I would have killed him if he did that. Properly murdered them on stream. Yeah, I don't like the glowing thermal. I like it. It just shows how hard we're working. It's pretty bad when you type in Windows and you get so many Windows startup sounds. Yeah. Prioritise real Windows, not fake Windows. Oh, there's a cat stretching. Where are you going now? Changing location. Yeah. He's going for a wee clean up. Just saw a curtain by Velvet Audio. Oh, you just love Velvet Audio, don't you? I'll use it then, if it makes you happy. Oh, hey Panic Man! Hey! Just noticing that you're in the stream now. I hope you're having a great week. Hope you're not going crazy. I was talking to Snags. He used to live in Canada. I was telling them about your quarantine, how people can go to jail and stuff. It's quite insane. So what did you miss? Well, you probably saw everything that I did, basically. So this is like an exam room in the hospital. So I'm basically out, just getting some things that we would maybe see. And then we've got a patient's room. So in we go to the patient's room. Some things we still need to add. I want to add maybe a machine or something. I just don't know what they're called, you know, or if anyone's made them in Dreams yet. So definitely I need some kind of life support machine. And obviously I'm going to add windows here. I'm going to add some panels on the walls once it comes to the detail stage of things. So, but I'm pretty happy with how both of these scenes have turned out from a layout point of view. I think they do the job. Screw it, let's give that third guest a chair. There you go. So that's the 2 hospital rooms we've made so far. And I'm just going to, once I finalise these, I'll remix them, and it means I can duplicate them really easily. Just change some things. I think it might be better to just look for window, singular, without the S. Do you think so? I did say that earlier, that if you search for plurals, it usually is a bad thing. So if I just put in window... Oh, look at that for a window! Doesn't that just remind you of a shed window? My sheds are always like this. Totally. What else have we got? Yeah, but it's more like windows for houses. I don't... Maybe that could work for the hospital, because it is like a big... It is like a big kind of window. See, when I was looking at the... When I was looking at the pictures for the hospital, it was literally a room like this, and the window was like this size. It was crazy huge. I don't know exactly how this works though, because I don't want to have, obviously, all of that stuff in the background. Like, how did they do this? Did they just paint something on top of it, maybe? Yeah, he must have just painted something. So if I change the colour, nice. So we'll make it still dark, but just enough like that. Doesn't that look like a nighttime scene outside? Big fancy window, isn't it? This is exactly the one that I saw on Google. This is where the fancy people go to hospital. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that window. Looks quite cool. Definitely, it gives you a big cinema experience, doesn't it? But I can probably add something to, you know, not make it so in your face. Or I can just make it smaller. Or put the curtain over the top of half of it or something so you don't see the whole thing. Because it's kind of intimidating, you know, we're so used to putting curtains or blinds in front of the window. As soon as you take away curtains or you take away blinds and you look at this massive window, it's strange. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Just looking at a big massive window in your house, it's very weird. Lots of clapping outside my window. Oh yeah. Hi Isaac, have a level for you, bro. Oh god, he's made something terrible for you. Isaac, you are a blast. I know. You're going to blast them with your difficulty, aren't you? The ground and floor is probably taking up the most thermal. Yeah, no doubt. It's funny that how the most basic things take up the most thermal. The thermal's still glowing. No, it's not. No, it's not. Relax. I fixed your problem with the square button. We'll upload a vid next. Square button, is this for Isaac's project? The circle button. Oh nice, thank you, we'll check it out when I can. Is that for the crouch? The crouch and the crawl mechanics? Isaac, no worries, glad to help. The circle button doing all those things drove me nuts to figure out. Oh man. See, I had a simple solution and I told Isaac, but obviously it didn't work. I called dibs on the hospital bed. Alright, if you want to be there. I can put you in the game and you can live in this hospital. Maybe something can be underneath the hospital bed. Grab your leg. That can be Isaac. Welcome to Isaac mode. Pulls you under. I'm supposed to be making physics platforms and I've spent the past 30 minutes flinging the puppet into space. Wow. Physics platforms? Is this for like a platformer game? That is quite cool though, that you can throw them away. I don't know how far they can go before they automatically die though. I imagine it's not so far. Because there's no real limits in Dreams, there's no walls that says you can't keep making things, right? Wow, thanks for going through all that trouble to help me. Yeah, logic drives me nuts in general. I have huge respect for everyone who can make something work with it. Logic is easy. You just put your mind to it, you can do anything, believe me. Snags, sometimes you just gotta do that, yeah. Especially when you're frustrated, just catapult a puppet into the air. It must be so fun. That's it, LBA. Tease him about the thermal. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should just come into every stream. Welcome back, guys. Here's a thermal. It's burning red. I hope you enjoy that. And yeah, I finally figured out my gun and enemy AI now. Oh, that's good. You're making more progress yourself. That's good. Isaac the true wolf. The wheels on the bed. Yeah, the wheels are a lot. It's crazy how like something so small and so stupid can use up a lot of thermal. Ah, much better, yeah. You must have been relieved. Everybody's like, finally the thermal looks so good now. Does it bug you if I bring the thermal up normally? Does that bug you? Even if it's not red, does that still bug you? I don't like it. I like it gone. I like a clear interface. Yeah, no more thermal. Nah, get more thermal. Get too much thermal, break the whole game. Nice, congratulations. Hope it actually works now. Sounds like a huge undertaking to just do about anything with logic. Oh, it is. Kind of. Right, I always do this. I always forget to save. It's going to be the death of me one day. So, this is actually two different rooms, so I'm going to like have to save this twice. So, I'm going to name it after the first room that we made. So that was what was the name of the first room? It was like a, not a checkup room, exam room, that's it. Exam room. So we can make duplicates of the exam room. And then I'll do another remix and call it patient room. Because I want all my scenes to be separate, independent, so I can max out all the detail and gameplay and everything. I think that's what's so good about making a survival horror game. Every room, it makes sense to make every room its own scene. That way you can really get the most out of everything. I'm going to hate it once I start making a more open game and I need to use a thermal that can have several rooms in it once. I think I'm going to cry, but I need to get used to it. Nice, congratulations, hope it actually works now. Sounds like a huge undertaking to just do about anything with logic. Nah, it's easy, man, it's easy. Yeah, the hardest thing in Dreams, in my opinion, is logic. No way. Sculpting, that's the hardest part. Everything else is easy. Because you have to be an artist to sculpt. At least to look good at sculpting. Logic, it's just common sense, right? Right? You'll probably disagree. 4 months in, so not long doing bad. So not doing bad. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. 4 months is faster than I learned things in Dreams. The community should be better at optimizing their sculpts. Yeah, people don't care. They just want to make the best looking product. It's your problem if you want to implement this into your scene. Some people make sculpts that are like literally like 70-80%, and I'm like, how am I supposed to enter this into my level? You know, if I don't enter this sculpt into my scene from the beginning and then reduce the detail, it's never going to get in. I'm never going to get it in. Oh. So people need to optimize things properly. LBA still doesn't know I'm here. I do know now. See, I'm catching up slowly but surely. I'm catching up. I could feel a presence at one point. I just wasn't sure. I was going to think, is that Panic Man in the room? But I didn't want to say anything, just in case I was wrong. Lighting is everything. Oh yeah. And Intra Takeout, he has a fetish for lighting, which is great because he's going to help us and he's going to do all our lighting, and all the scenes are going to look expertly good, I think. He's pretty far behind. Yeah, you're pretty far behind, man. Yeah, I think I'm like 10 minutes behind, maybe. It's normal. I'll catch up. Don't worry. I won't do any work. Look, I'll put the controller down, and I'll just read comments now, right, until I catch up. So don't be cruel. Don't spam comments. Otherwise, I'm never going to catch up. Be nice. Right, here we go. Right, someone gets it. Yeah, someone gets the lighting. Hey, Intra, hey, thanks for the gun logic. No problem. I also make those things to use them myself. Yeah, he's actually thinking about himself. You know, everybody else is just like a byproduct of his own ambitions. So is music. Music is easy. Not. You need to be a musician to make music. Agreed. But sometimes it's a good idea to split assets into 2 or more sculpts. Well, I'm just going to move this to make it easier to read. It's easier. Where was I? It's a good idea to split assets into 2 or more sculpts. It's a balance between gameplay and graphics thermal. Yeah, I guess you need to do like a proper crash course on understanding how the thermal works to get the most out of it. Well, you should, or my faith is misplaced. Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, he makes a lot of good templates. Got to commend him on that. Yep, gameplay thermal is hard to fill up, but hard to optimize. Graphics is easy to fill up, but easy to optimize. Yeah, there's always one way or the other. Isaac, seriously, I am totally in love with your music. Epic, bro. Oh, that's nice. He's working on more. Yeah, he's sort of slowed down with his Outlast game. He's making a first-person horror Outlast type game, but he's putting it on hold so he can make an LP. Ugh. I'm sure it'll be great though. You've put this whole thing together in the same time I've managed to attach some string to a block and fling a puppet. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I thought I create quite slow, to be honest. I don't know why. I guess it's like when I'm in stream, I think it helps me. It sort of pressures me to put things together a bit quicker. Like, I'm not really focusing on detail, so I can get things like this done. You know, that's a good thing about Dreams. Like, if you want to make a scene, you can literally make a basic scene really, really quickly. Just stay away from the joints, guys. For thermal, it will go through the roof. Yeah. But if you want to animate something with joints, it's a problem. I want your album when it comes out. That's what you should do. You should put your album on Spotify or iTunes. Get people to pay for it. You know, pay for that quality. It's going to take a while, definitely, but I hope to get a few collaborations in as well with some music creators. People clap on a Thursday at 8 to thank the NHS. Oh, okay. It's like a theme. I didn't know that. I did not realise that. But to be honest, like, clapping, it's like what some NHS workers said. Clapping is one thing, contributing is another thing. You know, like donating money, supplies, your time. Not just like from the public, but the government. They should do more than just clap. You know, like, it's good to show respect, but they definitely need more than respect to actually get the job done. Yeah, they're letting off fireworks and banging pots outside. Like mental people. That's just the crazy people on your street. That's what they always do. They just always bang pots. Yes, the crouch and the crawl. Oh my god, please, I would love to be in your game, bro. Just kill Panic Man over and over again with a screwdriver. Yeah, a thermal stream. Oh, I would not be good at that. Maybe Scheme Cost. Maybe he can make a proper video or a stream about how to optimize your thermal. Lesson 1. I would watch that. You should make a 24-hour stream where the cam is positioned right on the 3 thermos, all at 99 or 101%. I've actually seen it go higher than 101%. I've seen it go to like maybe like 120 or something. Like it is possible to shoot above 100% thermal easily, but obviously you can't save it if that's the case. Yeah, fire. That's fire. Oh, it's always fire. I mean, whenever you want to say fire, boom, that's fire, boys. Oh yeah, that's damn fire. That's the new catchphrase. We're branding it as our own thing now. So yeah, everything's fire, man. It's all good. And before, when LBA releases his game and plays it on stream, he will be stuck in scene transitions every 5 minutes. Don't say that. I've not even tested these transitions. Let's be positive and assume everything is going to transition perfectly. Okay? Right, that's good. Just finished watching your speedrun of Relentless. That was a good run. Isaac's crazy for runs, isn't he? Actually, LBA thermal is easy in open world, like my Egypt level is 20 thermal. I suppose if you're just making like a big open thing where it's like all the same graphics, you can make it work, definitely. That's something I hadn't thought about yet. That's what she said. Yeah, I was just waiting for that. Like I was thinking it, but I was like, I'll let someone else have that opportunity. See, that's how I interact with the chat. You know, I give you these opportunities. I thank you. The clip compilation is a bit meh because originally it was a 40 plus minute clip. I had tons of attempts but decided to only showcase my best runs. Thank God. We don't want to see your mediocrity, Isaac. We want the best of the best or nothing at all. Thank you very much. Sculpting is easy peasy. Logic is brain exploding. Oh, no way. No way. See, that's where you're wrong, man. Like, I'm not a logic genius, don't get me wrong, but at least logic, I can sort of figure out how most things work. But then when it comes to sculpting, I'm like, oh my god, like, why does my character look like a blob? Like, I really need art lessons before I can even attempt it. Like, I didn't get logic lessons, I just used my brain, you know. But like, to use my artistic side, nah, I need tutorials or classes or something to get good. Haven't thought about what LBA scene transitions. No, logic is easy. Sculpting is different. It's difficult. Oh yeah. See, Intra Attack out. He made an amazing game, and he can tell you right now that sculpting is the hardest part. I was actually thinking, like, did he sculpt all these enemies? But then I found out in the credits that there were actually assets used, and he's mixed a lot of assets together, so you can definitely fool people into thinking you made these on your own just by like editing things. Like, I thought maybe he got like a zombie and then he sculpted his own horns. No, he took the horns. He took the mouth, he took everything from other things. For me that's a legitimate creative way to make things. Agreed, Snag, I love sculpting but not logic. Oh well. Like, I would love to sculpt, I just don't have the time to practice yet. I'm doing too many other things. I hate sculpting, love logic. We'll see, we're split in half here. We've got the logic camp and we've got the sculpting camp, or music if you like music. I can help you guys with sculpts. Well, we only want the very top quality sculpts, you know. Like, imagine what Snags makes, but 10 times better. That's the challenge, right? And I want them all animated. So if you make me a character, I want his face to be properly animated. Like, not just the mouth, but like the cheeks, you know, the eyes, the forehead, the chin, everything. I want everything. The eyebrows, I want them. I want every facial expression, so that when I do my cutscenes, I want it to feel like these people are alive, man. That's the quality I'm going for. I'm not going to make it, but you can make it for me if you want. I love audio and audio only. Well, I guess that'll change one day once you start making your game, hopefully. I'm honestly surprised at the soundtrack I was able to make for Relentless. I'm not too familiar with music stuff. Yeah, I mean, like, when I watched your trailer on Twitter, I thought, whoa, where did they rip that music from? But then it said everything here was made in Dreams. I was like, no way, that music came from Dreams? It does not sound like Dreams. Because normally when you think about rock stuff in Dreams, it's not so clean, but you did a really good job. I liked the music in Relentless. Oh yeah, it was so good, wasn't it? That's good. There was a lot of trial and error involved, yeah, just throwing stuff together. I guess that's a good way to go about it when you don't know what you're doing. Just fire things in and you can stumble across some things. I actually thought you used someone else's music intro. Great job. Oh, no, I always had faith that he made everything. Did you not see the end credits? He made everything. Everything. Sometimes I wonder if he even needs credits. You just assume he made everything. I meant to use an exclamation point mark. Oh, okay. Great job. Yeah, I didn't even realise that. You were being quite sarcastic, weren't you? Yeah, LBA, I love getting screwed. Oh god. Did I really say that? Nope. Created the soundtrack completely from scratch. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'd love to like experiment and make some music of my own, but I just don't want to waste too much time doing it. I've got too much level design and stuff to do right now, so I can't really waste too much time. Also, yeah, I make collaborations with other audio creators. Oh well, thanks very much. I was going to offer my services. I was going to be like, hey, let's collaborate, Isaac, and then you're like, no, I only collaborate with audio people. Thanks very much. I'm on another plane from you guys. You Logic level design guys, you know, us audio people were too far above this. This stream is fire. Oh, here we go. There you go. This stream is fire, man. Absolutely fire. That's going to be a common theme. And since we're doing a remix, every scene from now on will always have this fire. We don't need to get the fire again, we can just put it back down. Mad respect intro. Yeah, he does a lot of things. That's almost like me. Like, I don't really, I don't sculpt things, but I like to make everything myself, you know, like put the scenes together and stuff. Maybe I'll try music one day, but it's not so much of a priority. I'm looking forward to making some more music. Really rewarding when you find a nice tune. Do you have like a specific genre of music that you prefer to make in, or something you think is easier to make in Dreams? I'd love to make rock music, but I think it might be quite hard. Wolf jealous. Oh. What did Wolf even say? I deleted my comment. What did he say? I must know. I must know what happened here. I'm so curious now. Someone spill the beans. Snags clearly knows what's happening. Oh, hey Delirium, welcome back. I do both sculpting and logic. What do you prefer? What do you think is easier? The sculpting or the logic? Either way. I know, that's why I asked. Alright. I just said LOL to you guys. Yeah, that's truly what you said. That sounded like someone just dropped the glove. The problem is making a face with that many features is heavy on thermal. My LP Android is very expressive, but the head alone takes up 10 thermal. I kind of want it, like, I don't mind having a basic character for the gameplay sections, like, it doesn't, because you're not going to see the face that often. But for the cutscenes, like the independent cutscenes, I would like to have good facial animation, because the camera is going to be like close to the face. If it was like a classic survival horror, that, you know, the camera is going to be like this and like this, you know, so you're not really going to see the face up close. But for the cutscenes, you are, and I would like to sort of reach a benchmark for the cutscenes, and it's definitely going to help you emphasize, you know, create some empathy for the characters, and it's definitely going to make things a bit more engaging, I think. Ah, oh, my throat's killing me now. All that talking I do. Don't shut up. Delirium, use mirror mode, less thermal. See, you're getting tips from Panic Man. He's only been doing this for 4 months. He's ahead of the game. Yup, I'm planning to have separate puppets for my game. One for cutscenes, another for gameplay. Your stuff is incredible, by the way. Yeah, he's got some really detailed stuff. I mean, John Jerry Steve, straight from Delirium's back pocket. So, don't forget where you come from. Essential elements: the fire bookmark, and John Jerry Steve in the music. That's it. So that's like the staple of an LBA stream. You've got the fire, you've got John Jerry Steve, and of course you've got the music jukebox playing, which now plays on a loop, so we don't have to keep resetting all the time. I would also collab with you, LBA, but for the LP itself, I'll stick to audio creators. Outside of that, I'm up to collab with anyone else, really. You don't think I can do it? You don't think I could make an epic tune? I'll prove you wrong. I'll make the best damn LP, and I'll put you to shame, man. I could even make, like, I could put, like, John Jerry Steve in your level and make him dance to your LP. Wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't that be fun? He could also be a staple of your creations as well. Looking at from this afar, that looks like a massive flat screen TV. I wonder if anyone has a TV that size. That would be insane. Expensive. Pretty cool though. Wolf, Sadie, Isaac, Panic. That's a great combo. That's what I am doing for my shooter. I've removed half our face features for gameplay. Yeah, it makes more sense that way. But it's not me that's making it, it's you know, Sloppy Jew. He has a YouTube account as well. And he's doing a lot of the sculpts, and he's trying to work with facial animations. It's going to take him some time. That's why I'm hoping by at least sometime in May the facial stuff will be done. And if it's not, it's alright, I can work on the gameplay side of things, but I would like to get something for a cutscene just to see the progress. But I'm not really going to work on cutscenes until around September time. Like the last couple of months of development, I'm going to leave the cutscenes to the end. They're still important, they're just, I'd rather get the gameplay up and running. I don't want to waste too much time going like, oh, I could have got the game finished, but I spent too much time on cutscenes. So I'll leave the cutscenes to the end. And so he's got a lot of time to work on the facial animations. And as long as I get the basic models for the characters, I can start animating those. And the zombies, they don't really have to be that expressive, you know, just like, you know, move the jaw up and down a little bit. Honestly, jealous of your PC, LBA. I can hear you're running Crysis with RTX on in the background. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you can't run Crysis, then what kind of man are you? You know? That's like the benchmark for anyone. But yeah, like, that's why I hate the base PS3. I don't know if the PS4 Pro, if that also has a really loud fan. Like, it doesn't, it's only some games that does it. Dreams is sadly one of them. I can't really put the PlayStation that far away, it's that loud. I don't know what to do. It's because I'm using this microphone. This microphone is like really sensitive to picking up audio. So I could, I mean, I've already reduced the gain a little bit, but I could reduce it even more to see, like, hold on, I'll do a test, right? So from this moment, I'm going to put the gain down to the lowest possible point, right? I'll talk like normal, and you can tell me if my voice is harder to hear, but also tell me if the fan is harder to hear, because this is like the best I can do. Right, so starting from now, this is like the lowest point this microphone can get, so it probably doesn't, you probably can't really hear my voice that well. I'll need to test it, but maybe it helps the fan, right? Hold on, I'll put it up a little bit, right? This is like half of what I would normally use for the mic. This setting is at half. So I'm going to put it up to full. This is what I normally use. This is us back to normal now. So that's your settings. Let me know if there's like any if you noticed any difference between the fan or my voice, because I can always change that for future streams if it helps, but I don't think it's going to help. I'm just desperate for the PS5, and then hopefully this fan is going to go, you know. It will definitely make our streams a bit more quality. I tried to disguise it with the music. Clearly it's not working. Damn music. You guys are great teachers. Oh yeah, that's what's good about this. People come in, they share knowledge about all different kind of topics, you know. I did use mirror, but I set it up where the mouth and eyelids are separate. I'm not a teacher, I'm the guy who people think I can do stuff, but turns out they're wrong. Well, at least you can trick people. That's a good trait, right? I will collab, I am a musician of 48 years, so... What kind of music do you make, Panic Man? Like, do you have a specific genre? LBA is doing voices like, ah, yeah, pretty much. Yes, gameplay first. My Contra type game gameplay is nearly done and it's fun. Oh, is this like a 2D game or is it going to be 3D? I'm curious. Awesome Delirium, look forward to it. Yeah, that does sound pretty cool. Especially if it's a full game. I like full games. Is it hard enough to Delirium? Perfect LBA, you are loud. First time through mic was loudest. I'll need to test it. Like next time before I start the stream, I think if I go into the you can go into the party settings or whatever, and the audio settings, and you can actually hear your microphone. So I'll do that next stream, and I'll see if I can find a better balance. If it bugs you guys too much, then screw you. But I'll definitely try and improve it on the next stream. In the next stream of LBA. The fan has been obliterated. I think Delirium has facial animation nailed. I will be super happy to get that level of quality. Yeah, I mean, I want it to be good, but I don't want it to be like, you know, like plastic surgery where people talk like, you know, like, I don't want it to be like so crazy. I want it to be like perfect, please, or I will not be happy. It was a bit quieter. Alright, I'll test that next time and I'll see. It's a bit late now. My friend complained it was too hard and I am adding a difficulty setting. Alright, yeah, definitely add a difficulty setting, because you want a lot of people to enjoy your game, you know. So maybe you could do like, you only get on the high score if you play on hard mode, something like that. Or you could do it like the old Sega Mega Drive games, where it's like, if you play on easy mode, you do not get to play the final level of the game, so you can never complete it. You have to play on at least normal or hard. And your normal mode could already be really hard. Something like the Evil Within. Oh, Isaac is hunting for a hurting. Is that the case, eh? I always strive to complete games and levels I like on the hardest difficulty settings. Well, we'll see. We'll see if you can hack it. Classic rock LBA. Oh, nice. Do you play any instruments? Hey, Red Blood, the hooded vigilante. Hey, it's me, Genix, the Saiyan, Resident Evil 3. I looking at horror stuff for Dreams and found a live stream. Very funny that you managed to find us, eh? Yeah, like I said, if you need any voice acting, I'll be more than happy to help voice a few different characters. You know, I can even voice Nemesis for you, because even though you've got a Nemesis rip, I can give you a clearer one. You know, I've been practicing. I've been playing Resident Evil 3 all week, so I've got Nemesis stuck in my head now. So yeah, we're not making a Resident Evil game, but we're making something like an old school survival horror game, and this is like the hospital section, so we've got some Resident Evil 3 music on in the background, if you've noticed, just to give the stream a bit more ambience. It's slightly more muffled, but fan was definitely less loud, but feel your pain. PS4 makes crazy sound. Ever tried to clean it? I cleaned my PS4 and it made a huge difference. I usually do clean it, not so often. I'll definitely give it a shot. I don't want to open up the PS4 in case I break it. I panic in case I lose a screw or something. Like, I'll clean out the vents, but I don't want to open it and clean everything, you know. So I'll do the best I can do, and I'll also check the audio next time, see if it makes a difference. But yeah, the PS4 is what PS5 is what I'm hoping will solve this problem. LBA, put a screwdriver through me and make me a super zombie. What? A screwdriver would make you a super zombie? That's like the catalyst. That would be fire. Oh, that would be fire, man. That would be total fire. So I'll do it. I'm sure I can do it, because there's going to be some zombies that animate, and then some zombies that will just be, they'll always be dead. But I'll try and trick people. I'll try and make some people think that some zombies might come alive, but they won't, you know. So it's to keep people on their toes all the time. Sure, yeah. I noticed you messaged me. I just haven't answered yet because I was doing the stream. But yeah, the way that you can allow me to do voice acting for you, there's 2 different ways. So basically you need to make me a collaborator. So you can make me a collaborator of an element, and then put your lines in that you want me to record. I'll record those lines, and then I'll save an online version, a private online version, and then you import that into your level, and then you have all the lines. So that's one way to do it. Or you just make me a direct collaborator to your level, and I just voice act directly. But I think it's better if you just make an element, make it private. So save a version as private. Don't publish it. Just save a version as private. Add me as a collaborator, and then I can go in. I can voice as many lines as you want, and then I'll save a version of that. You just import it into your level. Easy peasy. I kind of got the Nemesis voice nailed, as I can voice and design monstrous stuff, but I cannot voice human characters as I have low self-confidence. So make extremely made when I hear my voice. Okay, it's well, it's alright. It's easy to do the Stars voice, isn't it? But yeah, I'll voice anybody you want. I'll try and do different voices. I can even try and do impressions. I'm not like an impressionist, so don't expect something to be like super accurate, but I can definitely get the vibe of the character. Shouldn't be a problem. Fire. Damn it, Small Who Man. Fire. There you go. See if we had like some kind of extension that could link your comments to the camera, so every time someone types in the command fire, it automatically brings you to the fire, or it brings up a fire on the screen. I opened my PS4 to clean it. Yes, it's actually quite easy. There are a lot of tutorials on it. You won't believe how clogged up the fan gets in there. I guess I could. I'm just really terrified that I break it, you know. But if it is easy, I guess I could give it a go. I only left my voice in the intro because it was cringy and pretty funny. Ah, okay. Yeah, you were like reading something. You were like the news reporter guy, I remember. Or the umbrella guy or something that was given the talk on the products. I will be playing Dreams less for a while, starting tomorrow. Getting the FF7 remake. Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm still going to play Dreams though. I'm still going to do my streams, and every night I'm going to try and create a little bit extra, because I really need to push if I want to get this game finished by the end of the year. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII, it's definitely a priority. I'm going to complete Resident Evil 3 tonight, so that I can get some more hard drive space for 7 tomorrow. Because I've been told that 7 is like between 85 and 100 gigabytes, so it's not too good on my hard drive. Me too, Delirium. Yeah, Alpha's looking forward to it. Oh cool, now I can get LBA to do Serious Sam voices. Awesome. Yeah, of course. I'll do lots of voices, lots of crazy voices for you. You can pick and choose what you want me to do. Something like Duke Nukem. I don't mind doing really exaggerated voices, just give me anything. Fire, fire, fire. Oh my god. Right. Fire! Hold on. Here we go, we're amongst the fire now. This is like extra fire time. So this is all Panic Man's fault. He activated the extreme fire mode. I think they really messed up privating things in Dreams. On the game you're a collaborator on, I had to make a box so nobody sees it. Even though it was private, people were still playing it somehow. That's weird. Unless you've used any assets from other people. I've heard that if you use an asset, they get a notification that, you know, Small Who Man has used your building in their scene, so they can click and they can actually play it. So maybe that's how they bypassed it, which is not good for me, because in this level there's a lot of community assets. So pretty much, like, if I publish a scene, so many people could probably play it or bypass it. So that's quite worrying. I hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. I still need to bloody voice act your level. I keep forgetting. Just remind me on Discord or something, and I'll record the lines for your game. If I get better at my animations, I'll send you my monster to use if you want. Yeah, by all means. As long as it's original, because we're not making a Resident Evil game. We cannot have Resident Evil characters or content. It has to be original stuff. Fire, fire, fire. Oh my god. Here we go again. Here we go again. Right, there's your fire. I'm just going to do this twice in a row. Right, there you go. You got a double fire for the price of one. Star Wars Battlefront 2 has over 120 gigs. Delete that right now. Many FPS games cost many gigabytes somehow. It's all that quality content, that's what it is. Everybody knows that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is brimming with content, especially day one content. Nope, all by me, which is not very fire, if I'm honest. Yeah, that's why I deleted it. Oh yeah, delete all the stuff that you don't play, mostly, to be honest. Even if you play it like once a month, is it really worth it? I don't think so. Loving this stream, thanks guys for the laughs. Oh well, everyone's doing their best, I guess. I'm just suffering here. Agreed, Wolf. I know, right? Really weird. How is The Witcher 3 70 gigabytes and Doom 2016 like 80 gigabytes? Yeah, it's weird, because like Resident Evil 2 and 3, they're like 22, 23 gigabyte, they're very small. And they've got amazing graphics, so I don't know how, if they're just not very good at compressing things. I wanted it to be a secret sequel, but people could play it, so secret was kind of ruined for a bit. Oh well. By the way, fire. Oh damn it. Here we go. Fire. Fire, fire, fire. I don't understand. The old Battlefronts were better anyway. I've only played the old Battlefront, but it was on like my PSP, so it's probably not as good as the PlayStation 2 versions, but still pretty cool. They were a couple MBs probably. Wow, that's really small. Witcher 3 is 40 gigabyte for me, and I have the complete edition. Yeah, it's quite well optimised, I guess. Same Small Who Man, I remixed someone's character who I'm collaborating with, and people can still view it even though I made it unlisted. Yeah, I think they bypass. They go through the links, I think. Hey Harry V or Harry 5, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Try Alone in the Space by Harza 100 from Dreams Shaping. It's not a dream, it's a scene. Okay, a separate scene. Normally I play through things on Saturday, so I'll add that to my list. But if it's a scene, I don't know if I can add it to my list. That's what I'll need to check. Let's see, so I have a fan-made tyrant and most unoriginal name, but it's original T004. I have some original monsters, I'm just not good with names. Ah, okay. You could definitely show us some screenshots at some point, if you want to check things out. Like if you have a Twitter, or if you want to join the Discord account or something. Like if anybody wants to join the Discord, normally I post a link, but I'm not using the laptop right now. So if I get a link, I'll need to open my phone to get it. Let me see. Let me see, because I'm going to have to, like, if anyone has Discord, I'm just opening it just now. Oh, here comes Nemesis. So I'll send a link if anybody wants to join the Discord. We talk about general stuff. If you want to post about, excuse me, about your projects. Excuse me again. So let me see if I can copy this link. Right. So I need to open up YouTube on my phone here, because I don't have Discord on my iPad yet. Right, here we go. Let me just put this here. So yeah, I think this should be it now. Let me leave a comment here. So there you go. If anybody wants to join the Discord, that's the link. I have Pandemic ones intra. They are fire. Oh god, here we go. Fire, man. Absolutely fire. Oh snap. You've really outdone your fire today. It's 70 gigabyte for me. That's way too much. Unlisted creations still appear in genealogies. Uh-oh. LBA is actually keeping up with the comments quite well this stream. Yeah, I'm like 3 minutes behind. It's not too bad. I think it's because I was creating, and I've created 2 rooms. That's good for me today. So now I'm just catching up on the comments, so it's a bit easier. Pandemic what? I noticed Resident Evil 3 separates single and multiplayer installs. Never noticed another game to do this before. I have a theory that they were going to sell Resistance separately, but then when everyone had the huge backlash, like, oh, this game looks terrible, it sucks, then they thought, oh, let's just bundle this together with Resident Evil 3. I bet you they sell it separately at some point, if they haven't already, because I bet you they wanted to charge full price for both those games. I bet you that's what they wanted to do. No way anyone was going to buy Resistance. I've tried Resistance, both in the early access and in the full release, and it's alright, but it's got problems and it's not very entertaining. I wouldn't really bother with Resistance unless you've got people to play with and you just want to waste some time. Go for it. He promised he wouldn't start creating until he read all the chat. That's true. So if you keep chatting, I'm never going to create again. That's a sad story. It's a scene. Oh, okay. Let me see. So it's called Alone in the Space. Right. I don't know like if people still publish scenes like that, because normally everybody puts things in Dreams these days just to get noticed, you know. Star Wars Battlefront games were done by Pandemic Bro. I have them on my 360. How do you do Discord? That's 2 questions at once. So yeah, the Pandemic, yeah, I remember them. Weren't they a British company? I'm sure they were British. Damn kids outside my window. Go away. 360, no, I know it was on the PS2, but I had the PSP versions. 360, don't think so. Thank you very much. So yeah, I've got a Discord. So you basically install the app. It depends what you use. If you use your phone, your iPad, tablet, PC, whatever, just download the app, sign up, and then click that link, and it will automatically add you to the server. So it's kind of like Skype, but it's more like groups. So every server, like there's a Dream server, there could be a Star Wars server, we have our server, and once you join the server it has like categories. So like if you want to have like announcements, general chat, project chat, many other things, I can create more depending on what people want. It's just right now the Discord is quite small, so I didn't really want to clutter it with so many options, so I kept it very simple. You either have some general chat about anything, or you talk specifically about your projects or other people's projects. So that's how I've set it up so far. I have not started the DLC for Witcher 3. Maybe my game is so small because I haven't gone into them. So they haven't downloaded. I have the digital version. I guess it probably should. If it's the complete edition, it should download everything at once. So technically it should all be there. For bosses or enemies, are there ghosts, or is this just physical things like zombies? Yeah, physical things, so like zombies, mutated things, basically like monsters and stuff. There's no ghosts. This isn't a Resident Evil 4 alpha test, so no ghosts. Hurry LBA, you've almost caught up. I'm trying, but I was 3 minutes behind, and now I'm 5 minutes behind. I mean, this is like my life now. This is what hell looks like. Just going to be reading all these comments. Oh yeah, remember now. Destroy All Humans 2. What happened with Destroy All Humans? Did Pandemic make Destroy All Humans? I didn't realise that. Yup, Intra, best stuff ever. I never played Destroy All Humans, so I'm interested to try out the remake that comes out on the PS4. Oh, this is the Discord certainly is fire, man. It's proper fire. You know what, to save me time, I love how, like, see when I move away, right, see if you look at the lighting on my face, right, as soon as I click fire, right, watch this, right, see, my face goes all red. I love that. It's like I'm there in the scene. How cool was that? Look, the closer I get, the redder I get. Let's put it right up. Burn everybody. Here we go. Welcome to the hell stream. This should be like the fire podcast. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how fire everyone's creations are. I was playing a Wario game. He committed tax fraud. 5 fire out of 25 fire. It was really fire, you know. Even if you get 1 fire point, that's enough to be classified as a fire game. It's just the intensity of the fire that goes up with the ranking. So yeah, tune in for our daily fire podcasts. This will be a regular thing. Thanks for the link, bro. Not good with the internet. Well, as if you want. If you don't use Discord, don't worry about it. There's no worries. Mercenaries was another fantastic pandemic game. You know what's funny about Mercenaries? I had a friend in high school who loved Mercenaries 1 and 2, and he gave me a loan of Mercenaries 1 to try. I hated it. I thought it was so boring. I don't know why. He loved it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so boring. And I loved open world games like GTA, but I felt like Mercenaries was like a really weird version. And I tried Mercenaries 2 as well, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like Just Cause. Like, I just can't get into it. Just Cause, I can't. That's it. I don't know why. Where have all the good games gone, man? They're certainly not in Dreams, that I can tell you that. Yeah, well, I really like Resident Evil, so I'm getting a lot of good quality right now. Resident Evil 2, 3, hopefully Resident Evil 8 comes next year. Got Final Fantasy Remake coming, we've got Last of Us Part 2, we've got Cyberpunk coming. I'm quite good for games, for me personally. And I've obviously got Dreams to work on, so like working on my game is quite entertaining. Yeah, so luckily we have Dreams, yeah. Luckily we have Dream Relentless. That was a wee birdie that came out of nowhere. The good games we got left on the PS2. Not a fan of the PS3 now. Yeah, Dreams, we can make games inspired by these games instead of buying them. Yeah, save a lot of money. Most companies have scummy, greedy CEOs, especially many publishers. They tend to be really bad in Dreams. People don't create for money though, so we at least have some great stuff here. Well, in the future I'm going to create for money, guys, so if you want to play Subject 2, I'm afraid you're going to have to pay me for it. That's my plan all along. I was going to make Subject 1 the best damn game in Dreams ever, and then you're going to be like, oh my god, this is the best creator, the best dream ever. And then once I've got you all hooked, I'm like, okay, well the next project is going to cost you $3, right? $3. And then the next project, oh well, maybe it's going to cost you $7. Okay, it's going to cost you $15 now. So I'm going to work my way up, and then I'm going to get rich, I'm going to get famous. But most importantly, you all had a great time playing the Dreams, the games. That's the main thing about it all, right? And if you want to join me on this journey, I could use some help. If you want to be my permanent staff to make games, we'll make a proper studio. We'll make this a financially feasible hobby. Wolf 360 is better. Oh, screw the 360, man. I played 360 for Left 4 Dead because I couldn't get it to work on my laptop, that's all. Ubisoft actively pisses me off. They could do such great stuff if they set their minds to it, but instead they keep making generic open world games. Yeah, they've got a formula, they're just too afraid to mix things up. Agreed Intra, tons of wasted potential. Capcom, look at Street Fighter 5. Oh my god, $1 to change hair. Change hair? Seriously? And 40 chapters cut from the story? That's ridiculous. I can only imagine what it's like slaving away for multiple years only to release a game that people bash and forget about within 2 weeks. Must be soul crushing. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Oh, can you... Oh no. If I finish this game in people are done with it in a few days, I'm going to cry. Oh yeah, that's true. Only a few people think about how strenuous and lengthy and complex it is to make games. Oh yeah. That's lit. This is lit. This is like the most lit thing you'll ever see. This is like the best part of the stream, and you know it. Scorpion wins. He's fire. Fire! Here we go. It's already here. I've got it in advance. Dreams makes us emphasise, I think. Empathise. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for before. Maybe that was the plan all along. Could be. You figured it out, Intra. I was doing a horror project, but I gave that up and started a survival project. So you took the horror part out. I love horror though, so I had to combine the two. I enjoyed Just Cause 3. Just Cause, why? Why? I'll give it a proper go one day. It's just open world games these days. I don't have a lot of time. That's why I haven't started Red Dead Redemption 2. I actually planned to place a skeleton with Wario's hat somewhere as an Easter egg in Relentless. When Nintendo started striking things, I quickly removed it though. Yeah, best thing to do that. I actually had I don't know if you were there for the stream when we were in the alleyway. We were talking about putting a Wario cameo, but you don't actually see him. We were going to get the dumpster and we were going to put Wario inside the dumpster. So people playing the level, they'll never know. But the source code for Dreams, that'll know. That'll know. That'll always know that Wario was there. You guys would always know Wario was in that dumpster. But I'm afraid now, because if Media Molecule like search for all the items that I used in my dream, if they find Wario, they might be like, oh, this is a copyright level, we can't have this. Even if you can't see Wario, he's technically there. We're making the good games now, LBA. Yeah, everyone involved in this chat right now, they're all making the very best games. That is the trend. So people don't come here unless they're making good games. That's a sign that you are a great game creator, because you come here. That's where we all gather together. Oh god, fire, apple, eyeballs are burning. Ice, cool down a little bit. A pear. Oh yeah, I don't really like pears, but thanks for offering. I gave up buying games after I got Dreams. Don't tell publishers that. Don't tell Sony that, or else they'll just cancel Dreams. They'll be like, you know what, we had a change of heart. The servers are going offline. Thanks for tuning in. It's been great, but please buy our new game. I can send you some pics of my horror stuff if you want. Yeah, go for it. See what you've been working on. Hey LBA, I'm on Unity, so pay up, bro. Well, first you got to make all those sweet microtransactions first, and then maybe then I might put a few dollars into your pocket. I'll join your staff. Seriously? Well, I want to build a team. The thing is, we got to get people that are truly dedicated to the cause. You know, we've got Snags, their graphics team. They've got a team. There's that team that's making that bunny rabbit movie. I'm going to call it the bunny rabbit movie. Is it called Cyber Sheep Films or something? That's like a team, I guess. There's probably a few other teams that I don't really know, but yeah, I would love to make a team one day. We'll see what happens. I think I need to sort of prove myself first, because you know when you want to join a team, it's like you want to make sure that team provides value. Don't I just jump into something? So I need to make sure that this game is fire, so that it gets people hyped, and then they're like, yeah, this guy is viable. He's not just talking crap. He actually can make good games. So, all right, let's join this team, and we're going to be the biggest team. We're going to be the biggest YouTube channel, the biggest streamer channel, the biggest game developers in Dreams, and it's all going to come from today with all you guys. I will make you a boss monster. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting indeed, because I would like that. Be funny though, like all the graphics in the level look like crap, and then suddenly this big 4K monster just comes bursting through the wall. I hate ugly graphics. That's what he looks like. That's what he sounds like. But that'd be cool. Right now, I'm just building basic level design. I'm going to create a second draft of the environments. Sloppy Jew, he's trying to make the characters right now so that I can animate them, but there's going to be so many monsters, so if you want to help out making some zombies or the big tyrant like monsters, you know, like Nemesis from Resi 3 or Mr. X, I want to make not a copy of those, but like something like it, you know, some big beast of a monster that stalks you, you know. I think that would be really cool, and the grotesque the better. But there's loads of monster designs I would love to incorporate into the game. Subject 1 free, Subject 2 $100, £100, yeah, £100 I should say. Yeah, but that's the thing, it's Subject 2 is going to be a live service, so you're going to get the game, but you know, some rooms will not be accessible yet, and of course if you want like extra costumes and stuff, it's going to take a lot. And obviously I'm going to make it really difficult for you. You're not going to get a lot of ammo, you're going to have to pay for if you want more ammo, otherwise it's going to be excruciatingly difficult. If you miss one shot with one bullet, game over. You've got to buy a real life ammo pack, and I'm probably going to charge like £5, like $10 or something for each ammo pack, which should get you through at least maybe another 30 minutes to an hour of the game, and then you need to pay for another ammo pack. So I've got this all sorted. I can't believe I never thought of it before. You know, Activision are going to start banging on my door saying, we want to buy the rights for Subject, it's a money making machine. Everybody just can't get enough of it. 300 euros deluxe super legendary pineapple eggplant edition. People would pay for that. It's so absurd. People would actually go, I've got to have that. Obviously don't forget about Great Scott. Yeah, I love his stuff, if you couldn't tell. I know you never shut up about him. Great Scott, man, you never stop talking about him. But yeah, if he wants to join the team too, I wouldn't mind. We'll just hoard all the best people and make them our own, and then we'll make like the best thing ever until everyone's ego starts to get so huge, and then everything explodes and we lose everyone, and then that's the end of it. End of Dreams entirely. New game engine. Developers hate this game. Pretty much. I'm surprised Sony allowed Dreams to finish development in the first place. I don't think there's a single other publisher that would have allowed this. Sony are pretty cool though. I think they know that for the players, right? They know that if they keep that's a nice little view. If they keep the players happy, they're going to keep making money. I think that's the logical thing, you know. They're always thinking about reputation above all else. Could you see people like EA, they lose money because they have a bad reputation. Oh god. Mind explosion, fire and shock. Well, there you go, there's your fire. I don't quite have a mind blowing thing, but I can give you a shock face. Is that good enough? Right. Our animator worked on that. Boy and Rabbit. Alright. Quit bragging, man. That's pretty cool. I can see why your project is stalled when your animators are working on other projects, but that does look really cool. One thing I'm concerned about that project is they do swear in it. They do say the F word, and I don't know if you're allowed to say that in Dreams. You can say like shit, but can you say the F word? Can you stab people in the gut? I don't know. I guess we'll see. If Media Molecule like properly endorse it, then that will be a big step. I don't think they will, because I think it's a little too extreme maybe, but it does look pretty nice. I joined that team, LBA. Yeah, you can make our logic. Isaac, you're the new head of logic. Well done, you've got the job. Don't let us down. I have a meme of Keanu Reeves with puppies hidden in game. Oh wow. Is it easy to find? That's how you activate rage mode. You just kill one of the puppies and then here he comes. You should have a scene where the main character says, I feel like I'm being watched, then just looks at the screen for 5 seconds, like Peter Griffin when he goes like that, like. Is anybody there, or is that just a camera? Okay. That would be funny. Maybe it could be like a bonus or something. Like I keep adding new features to the game all the time. I need to stop. But maybe there could be an unlockable mode that's called like fourth wall mode. So as you're playing through the game, every so often the characters will be like looking at you, like after everything happens, like, hey, check that out. Did you see that monster? Pretty badass. Hey Creek Vulture, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. LBA planning on becoming the new EA or Bethesda? Oh, we're going to be much worse. Much worse, which means we're going to be extremely successful for no apparent reason. Who knows how we achieved it, but we're going to do it. Conker's Bad Fur Day levels of fourth wall breaks. I've never played that game, I couldn't tell you, but that would be a good mode to add in. LBA definitely make that second character paid DLC. I probably will. I'll probably deliberately make the demo for the second character like 10 times better. So I'll make the first demo in character so boring, and the second demo it's like, oh my god, this is what I've been waiting for. Boom, there you go, $60, 50 quid. Thanks very much. If you want the quality, gotta pay. Dreams has an age 12 rating in the UK, so it allows bad language and violence. Does it allow the F word though? I always thought if you said the F word, it was like a 15 at least. But I mean, if you can swear and stab people for a 12, cool. I'm not going to like in subject. There's no swearing in subject. I just don't like to write swearing. I feel like I can express what's going on in a situation without swearing, you know. So I'm just used to it because of LBP. So my mind just doesn't think about swearing when I create things. Publishers don't like Dreams, as we are fire. We are fire with Mario, Zelda, and Sonic. Yeah, but we're going to lose Mario soon. Who knows if we'll lose Zelda? Clearly they don't care about Zelda. They just care about Mario. They don't care about Wario. They don't care about Luigi. They don't care about Zelda. We know what their priorities lie. Just loving Mario. Oh, I caught up with the chat. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Swearing always needs to be earned though, or else it feels out of place. Cough, art stream. Yeah. He's like, oh, that's a lovely hat you've got there. Shit face! Yeah, we're almost at our destination. That's pretty much what it was like. I was kind of surprised because I didn't know there was any swearing in art stream, and then suddenly he just says shit, and I'm like, what? Excuse me? Are you kidding me? Nintendo will strike all. Oh yeah. We can give an amen fire to that one. They're coming for us all. They have always striked YouTube videos too. Yeah. And I mean, if you made a Nintendo themed Dreams video, they'll probably still strike it just because it even references one of their characters. Pics sent. Oh, excellent. I can't show the pics on stream because I'm streaming directly from the PS4, so it won't show you the menu, unfortunately. But I'll check those out once I'm finished here. You know what I should do? I should put like a wee creepy teddy bear or something, like, and just put him on the chair. Don't you think that would be cool? A teddy bear. It's always a creepy. That is certainly creepy. Right. A blue teddy bear. It's like Bear in the Big Blue House. I hope you got that reference, Isaac. It's a very crucial one. I think we need to go. Oh, that one looks creepy. What the hell? That is not a teddy bear. These are too nice. That looks a bit freaky. Right. I love that face. Now that looks like a demon. Doesn't that look like a demon? Yeah. I just want to make a normal bear. Can we just like use a normal bear? This one looks quite furry. He's a furry bear. He's a beast. He's like, what are you doing in my room? Get out of my hospital room. This is a private room. He's like, I've got the coronavirus. Don't come any closer. Oh my god, don't come any closer. Oh. I said don't come any closer. Right, that's enough of that fun and games. Right, back to seriousness now. Right, I want to put a. If you're making a horror game, it's like law that you have to have a teddy bear in your game, you know. So we're walking around and it's like, I've been expecting you, Mr. Anderson. Welcome to my hospital room. And then that's when your character goes, oh shit, it's a teddy bear! Now I really know I'm in deep crap. Sorry, did that wake you up? I'm talking to a cat, by the way. I'm not talking to myself. I can prove it. He's coming. He's coming. Where you going? You're... He's going underneath the camera. He's a bit camera shy. Hey. He's been sleeping all this time. Right, you're moving my monitor. Don't move my monitor. Right, he's sort of resting on the iPad now. It's like he likes to change positions every so often. Right, unfortunately I've not caught up with the chat anymore. Damn it. By the way, when he sent the pics, they weren't nude pics, just to clarify. They were not nudes. I promise, not this time anyway. The next Star Wars movie, Nintendo Strikes Back. You've been waiting all night to say that one, haven't you? We need original IPs. Dreams is a great tool for us all to learn how to dev. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm making a game that's inspired by survival horror games. It's not a Resident Evil game, it's not Silent Hill. I'm just making something that's the genre of survival horror. That's all. So hopefully this does not count as copyright stuff. Nah, another ref I didn't get. Come on, man. I agreed about swearing intra, although it does work for some characters like Ellie in The Last of Us, where it isn't earned, but just suits her character. Yeah, she's like a little rebel, you know. It's so adorable when she swears, you know. I do always wonder where all the Sonic fans come from. As far as I'm aware, the games haven't really been good for a long time, right? Yeah, but that doesn't stop them. No way that stops them. Somehow Sega are still surviving. I don't know how, but they're there, you know. It's like most of the year they don't exist, but as soon as a Sonic game comes out, they come out from a rock or something. They come out in like a swarm. Mature games have those themes for a reason. When sex, violence, profanity makes sense. Oh, here's a cat. That was his back. He was stretching so much he was like the same size as the monitor. What are you doing? I don't think he can decide whether he should sleep or clean himself. He's trying to make up his mind. Oh, he moved my iPad and it nearly fell. Mr. Anderson, was that a Matrix reference? Yes it was. Yes it was. So already you're one ahead of Isaac. You know at least one reference. The bear was expecting us. Lost interest in Sonic after Sonic Adventure 1. I loved the Mega Drive games though. Sonic Mania is great too. Yeah, the Mega Drive games are good. Mania, I played like the first area. I don't know why I didn't play more, because it is something I probably should really enjoy, but for some reason I just haven't properly played it. I've been crying out for a traditional Sonic game all this time, and then once I get one, I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I think the last 3D Sonic game that I played was Sonic Heroes, and it had the cheesiest intro of all time. If you want to check that out, check out the intro for Sonic Heroes. Honestly, it's like pure cheese, but catchy. You'll be singing it all night, so beware. LBA needs hospital bed for the psych assessment. Yeah, pretty much. You've sussed me out. I'm planning to only make original games from now on. Had fun making the Doom inspired game, and it was a great learning experience, but I think I can stand on my own 2 feet now. Well, that's good. It gave you some confidence to create. Definitely go for it. My god. Is that fire I smell? Oh yeah, fire. That was what it was. Sega publishes the Yakuza games. Yeah, Yakuza games. They... Oh, stop moving my iPad. I'm trying to read comments here. Right, yeah, they make the Yakuza games. They're really good. I completed Yakuza 0, did all the side missions and everything. Really, really good game. If you like your story, definitely check it out. Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Phantasy Star, and tons of others, all Sega. Yeah, but they're all old now. Like, I remember on the PS3, they tried to bring Golden Axe back, and it was terrible. It was awful. Streets of Rage, I think they're making a new Streets of Rage, but it's not Sega, it's like another indie company. Kind of like what they did with Sonic Mania. Phantasy Star, I think they have like Phantasy Star online, but it's like an Xbox thing. Who cares? No one cares. Yeah, loads of Sonic Sega games. Sorry. Yeah, Yakuza is excellent. Because I played the original one on the PS2 when I had English voice acting. But now I've got Kiwami, which I'm going to play through. But I played like over 120 hours in Yakuza 0. I did everything. I just need to get the platinum. That's the only thing I didn't do. But I did everything, all the side missions. Because you need to get good at like all the little tasks to complete all the side missions. Because some side missions are like, they only unlock after you do certain things. Like there was one where you had to build like these little cars and you get to race them like on a Skeletrix track. And that was quite cool. And it's a proper game that you need to properly play all the tracks and stuff. And it's quite hard. Like the first two tracks are alright, but after that you need to customise your car, because it's like your speed, your battery, your wheels, you know, all the accessories and stuff. You need to really customise your cars for each track. You know, it's always a lot of strategy involved. But there's loads of mini games in Yakuza. You could play mini games rather than the main game. You calling me old, LB? Did I call you old? I don't think I did. Did I call you old? I think you're hearing things or you're going senile. That's not me calling you old. That's me calling you senile. Yeah, Pac-Man 10, you're old. LOL, joke, man. You just said that so I could call him old by reading your comment. Wolf, legit, 53 here. 53 and counting. Mahjong is the hardest game to do for 100%. I think when you get to the park, you actually get to unlock all these really obscure games, Japanese games that you've never heard of, and all the homeless people play them in the park for some reason. There's like 3 different games. I need to go to bed now, LBA. Are you joking? Are you making a joke? Or are you being serious here? Because I don't know, maybe you're sick. Don't forget your medicine before you go. That was an old person joke. But everyone's taking medicine these days, right? Yeah, I think because I'll probably need to go back to work soon, so let's have a quick recap of everything that we did today. So we pretty much made the exam room, the layout for the exam room. I'll work on this later, put in proper details, and I could remix it for all the other exam rooms that we use. Got a small private patient room, looks quite good. I could have made more areas today because we did have a lot more time. I was just catching up with the comments, but I think like normally 1 area is good for me, but 2 areas is pretty good. So like I said, I'll remix this once I've detailed it. Same with this one, I can remix it, and that means like the bottom floor is pretty much done, because all I need to do is do some offices, some record rooms, like a bathroom, but I've already got a bathroom. I can just remix that bathroom and just make another bathroom. An x-ray room is something that I can do, and maybe like a bigger room that has more beds, that's not so private, that has like 5 or 10 beds in the one room. So I guess once I do that, I've pretty much got the first floor done. The second floor, I can just copy these private rooms, keep copying them, because you're not going to enter them all, but I'll keep copying as many as I can. And then I just need to make things like a break room, a supplies closet, a nurse's station, like a director's room, a staircase, and then that's like the first part. And then we go down and in the basement there's going to be like the morgue. It's going to be in there with a crematorium, some storage rooms, and then we're going to go across to the other building that'll have the cafeteria. Then we'll have conference rooms, we'll have some little lab rooms, and then in the other building we'll have the paediatrics, so for all the children. So we'll have their rooms. We'll also have like a play area. We'll have the grounds outside, so it's just like some grass with like some benches and things like that. Maybe a security room, and that's pretty much it for the hospital. So I think we could probably, it's considering we're duplicating a lot of stuff, we can probably get the hospital done fairly quickly. Just need to decide which rooms we can actually enter, what items we can find, and then we create the lab, basically the secret underground lab. I still need to come up with ideas for level design for that, but we'll get there eventually. Like I said, by the end of July I would like to have all of the level design finished. And I guess like by the end of September I want everything detailed, everything gameplay wise finished, so that the last few months can be cutscenes. But it's easy to say all these things. I might be overestimating or underestimating, I don't know. I'll just need to take it each month as it comes, see if we're making enough progress. Oh, you're stretching. Big stretch. I don't know if you can see his bum on the stream. It's huge. I'll try and bring him over. You try to escape me now. Mate, say hello. Say hello. You're on stream. You're getting famous. Use these seconds to get famous. I don't think he's too interested. Just need to watch he doesn't like jump on the PlayStation or something. That would be a disaster, because he's kind of going towards the PlayStation. Go on the floor, go that way. Just don't jump on any wires or I'll kill you. I'm just going to let him out. I think he needs to get some air. Okay, I'm back. Let me have a quick catch up here. I need your hospital bed. You can have it, I don't want it. Back to work, what time is it for you? Oh, late, but I work online. Gotta do what you gotta do. 2:30 PM here, or you're in Canada, aren't you? 9:37, yeah. Thanks for letting me know. 3:30. Oh, it's the time club. So what kind of work requires someone to work so late in the evening? Because I teach online classes, so depends where they are in the world. Their time zone's different. So I just gotta go where I gotta go. Coronavirus, real or hoax? Sounds like that show. Remember the episode of Johnny Bravo when he's on the golf course with Adam West, and it's like a big conspiracy. They believe there's like people underneath the golf, the holes on the greens, and they start digging holes to find them. Canada, Hoosers. No, don't say fire, not again. Could be self-employed and works from home. That's the one. He's Batman. Shh, don't tell anybody. I'm not actually Batman. That's a ridiculous statement. I'm Robin. Come on, I have the physique of Robin. There's no way I could be Batman. I would love to be Batman, but it just ain't happening. I'm more of a, hey Batman, let's go, let's kick some crime's ass. Come on, you know. I'm too weak and fragile to be Batman, I'm afraid. It's a hoax caused by 5G spread through planes. Also, the Earth is flat and the moon made out of cheese, and the decline of pirates is directly related to climate change. Well, you're pretty clued up on your conspiracies here. I think you know a little bit too much about them. I knew it! That's it. It all makes sense when you think about it. Yeah, pretty much. That cat is fire. Oh yeah, he literally is fire. He's like ginger, so... is there any games that are multiplayer? Hey Terry O'Donald, multiplayer only offline, so if you're playing with someone on the couch, there are some online, not online, multiplayer games, co-op games, but not many. They are going to add multiplayer online later, so they're going to add VR first, and then they're going to add the online multiplayer. So hopefully by that point that we will see a lot more multiplayer games. Is that one of the things that you're waiting on the most before you get Dreams? Multiplayer would be pretty cool. You cracked the code. Yeah. I believe it's fake. Earth is definitely flat. I'm not sure about the 5G and the moon made from cheese though. Oh well. You can't believe in all the theories, I suppose. Earth is dinosaur shaped and drives on a giant turtle through the universe. What? What are you smoking in Holland? I know you've got these cafes where, you know, you can have some coffee, you know, you can smoke, but I think you've smoked a little bit too much this lunchtime. It's all so clear now. Oh yeah. Wow, that's interesting, LBA, with the online classes. Pretty much. I mean, think about it. You can target anyone in the world, not just who's local. Lies, LBA, we all know you're Batman. Damn it. I'm trying my hardest to show that I'm not. I don't want to intimidate you all by admitting that I'm Batman. I think it's a bit too much to handle. I think if you knew I was Robin, you could be a bit more relaxed. You know, like, he's just Robin. It's fine. But Batman, I think that's a step too far. I think you'll have a lot of trouble. Imagine Killing Grounds with multiplayer. That would be pretty good. I think it would probably make the game a lot better as well. You would have so many fat guys going through crates like last time. Intra is the nemesis of the turtle Pennywise. Are we talking about Alfred Pennywise? Or Pennyworth, or whatever he's called? Don't hate on Alfred, he's my best butler. Oh, I said too much. Does anyone know if we can play others' creations in VR? MM's wording makes it sound like we can only play our own and MM content. That would suck if you could only play your own content. Hopefully it's not just VR where it's like the screen in front of your face. Hopefully you can make actual unique VR stuff. All hail the flying spaghetti monster. Well, my haggis monster can take on your spaghetti monster any day. Any day. The haggis monster, it feeds on the tears of children. I don't know if you know that, but it's what makes it stronger and more delicious. So when you go for shopping, when you go to buy the haggis monster, you have to ask how many teardrops is in this, and they give you the actual volume of teardrops on the back of the package, and you know, That's the how you determine the quality. Another fan of It, I see. Oh yeah. Everybody loves It, I guess. So, what was this? I feel like when VR comes, people are going to make POV, you know what, games for themselves to enjoy. People can be very strange. Oh yeah. I mean, you know what's coming, right? You know what's coming. Imagine this guy, point of view in VR, you know? It's like, oh, look at that, oh, god damn it. No, JJ Steve, no! Yeah. Sorry I had to witness that, but that's your future VR content from me. I hope you enjoy it. I'm too easily scared for horror stuff. I was bullshitting. I'm already scared of LBE's game. You shouldn't be. This game is going to be... Look, it's got a teddy bear in it. It can't possibly be evil. Relax, man. Relax. Look at that teddy bear. Look, it just moves from side to side on his own. That's all. It's all good. LBA, you're giving them ideas. Oh, sorry. I'm too creative for my own good. When VR comes, my horror game needs an immersive interactive torture scene. Joke, you don't want to get banned yet. Yeah, I mean, we don't want an interactive torture scene. We kind of want to just get tortured and just accept our fate. I think that would be better. Oh god, yeah, not good. Nightmares tonight. If you play Outlast, if you play the DLC for Outlast 1, there's a pretty horrible scene in that as well. Sorry anyone who just joined the stream. Well, we're given like the complete wrong impression for these streams. This stream was very creative, very encouraging, and now it's just descended into madness. Oh well, if you like madness, tune in next time. Chill out, you need to relax. I know, man, come to Holland, you know. Have a brownie. Just chill out, man. I like to think that the Dutch are the most creative people in the world because they do have let's just say they have easy access to brain stimulants, you know. I think that's what it is. Outlast 1, Whistleblower and 2 all have their own pretty 18 plus scenes. Oh yeah, I remember the Whistleblower one very, very fondly, and I do not want to revisit that again. Right, so I'm gonna get ready for work now. It's been a long stream today, extra hours today. So enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to try and stream again tomorrow. We'll probably continue and do more hospital areas. Probably do the office and the record room for the hospital first floor. So that's what you've got to look forward to. Plus some more fire, as always, and some John Jerry Steve. You know, get right in that hole there, right, for your VR ideas, right, and. So I'll probably see you tomorrow. I might actually be able to do an earlier stream tomorrow, like a normal stream, because normally Fridays I have to work a bit later and then I can stream. But I think I might be a little bit free tomorrow, so I might just stream and tomorrow at the normal time, and we'll do more of the hospital areas. And if we keep that up, then maybe every Friday we can keep doing a stream. And once I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday going, maybe then I can start doing the Tuesday, Wednesday as well. But they'll be shorter streams to do like smaller projects. But yeah, enough about my rambling. I'm going to have to get ready to go now. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for streaming. Hopefully you can stream tomorrow. Yeah, I think I will be able to. Let's do it. Let's confirm it tomorrow. Normal time tomorrow. We'll make more areas in the hospital. So see you everyone. Yeah, see you. Great stream. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks LB. See you later. Fire stream. Oh yeah, one last fire for you there. Fire. This is like, imagine this was the thumbnail for all the videos. Just a big giant fire. Bye Small Who Man. See you later. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for the stream LB. Fire as always. Oh yeah, major fire. I'll just I'll just start and end every stream with the fire now. I think it has to be like a tradition. So, alright, well, take care, guys. It was a good stream. We made some good progress on the level design, and I'll see you tomorrow for another stream. Bye.